All right, g'day guys, and welcome. My name is Michael, and I am the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to this very special Gary Con ethereal game, Through the Breach, The Dark Call. Now, for those of you who do not know, I am a Twitch streamer, YouTuber, etc., who specializes in tabletop role-playing games, and today I'm going to be hosting as your Fate Master in this card-based role-playing game by the wonderful, amazing, and talented people over at Weird. With the assistance of Gary Con, of course, and their sponsors, Idle Champion and Epic Encounters, we are proud to present to you a wonderful cast of incredibly talented performers from Australia and Guy. There.
Excuse me.
Am I my own bloody
And New Zealand, and New Zealand.
I do
okay?
believe you've made
All right,
the
calm
fatal
your
mistake again.
look, calm your Kiwi down, okay? Like, yeah, okay, we have a New Zealander as well. We have.
We are not East Island, okay?
All right, guys. Without any further ado, let's get to know these bunch of rascals and what are they playing? What are you guys actually doing today? Go, take it away, Dread.
Hi, I'm Josh the Dread GM. You can find me on the channel Dreaded GM on YouTube and Twitch. Coming to the other socials soon, kinda. Today we are playing Through the Breach, which I'm very excited about because the last time I played a goblin named was it a gremlin? Gremlin named Booger, and it was amazing. This time I'm going for a character that isn't so cartoonish, especially with what tonight being a little bit more horrific. So I'm very excited to jump into that, especially with everyone here. Hells yeah, let's go.
Hells yeah.
Do I describe my character or?
Yeah. Go right ahead.
All right.
Go right ahead.
My character's name is Razvern. He is a gunslinger and a half-blood gunslinger. So I'm very excited to get in there and fire some off. Yeah, let's see. Shots into the dark. Okay.
Love it.
Hi everybody. I'm Jamie. I work for Level Up Dice. We make cool things like this and this and this and all sorts of other cool things, and those. I'm usually on a stream called Gazetteers where I paint a bunch of miniatures, but today I am taking on the role of Aces Rockefeller, who is a bit of a card sharp, a bit of a wastrel, a bit of a man of mystery about town, and definitely wears a cowboy hat that I don't have with me.
Hello, I am Robert Hartley. I'm a games master, dungeon master, professional nerd. You can find me here on Twitch. I stream right there in the chat there. You can see my name. You can find me on pretty much any of the things by just searching my name. I'm also the dungeon master for a group of comedians in New Zealand called the Viva La Dirt League. And so we've got our own ongoing Dungeons & Dragons campaign. Check it out. It's pretty fun. Oh, and tonight I'm playing Gax, who is a Nephilim, a full-blooded demon with horns. And my name is Gax, but some people call me Guy.
Love it. Hi, everyone. My name is Luna. I go by Luboffin kind of everywhere on the internet. My pronouns are she, her. I have too many hobbies and I make videos about them for YouTube. And I also stream on Twitch. And tonight I am playing a cutthroat mimic. So kind of like a shape changer called Tink.
Hello, everybody. My name is Guy, and I'm from How to Be a Great GM YouTube videos. There are a couple there that you can go and have a look at. And I will be playing Sindarix, who is Nightmare, but all of you can call me Sin because you eventually will.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
Now, what you've probably noticed about this wonderful group of people is that they are not exactly the most common of folk. The Malifaux lore goes as follows. Set in the early 1900s at the turn of the Industrial Revolution, Malifaux is a world adjacent to Earth. It is in fact an alternate Earth, where instead of coal and steam being the height of industrial development, it was in fact a rare mineral known as soulstone harvested from a nightmarish realm called Malifaux, the native inhabitants of which are the dreaded Neverborn. That is what our players are going to be playing, a group of Neverborn who are pretty much a species of a multitude of demons that despise the human incursion onto their lands. The humans, of course, have carved out a small place for themselves in the center of a city, which is called Malifaux, and our heroes, or should I say our party of adventuring monsters are about to embark for the very first time into the human-ridden, plagued,
Infested.
road.
that's the city itself in today's adventure. Now, Through the Breach is a system that not many people know of, so we're here to also share with you guys in the audience exactly how to play this amazing game. Now, it is a skill-based game, which involves this. This is our fate deck that you can see on screen, and over the course of the game, our characters will be making skill checks that will require them to flip from this deck to determine whether they succeed or fail. I, as the Fate Master, will not, nay, never, touch the fate deck, for it is the players who determine their own fate. Should I be caught doing so, I will indeed incur the penalty of having the players draw a twist card, which allows them to cheat fate and allow them to do better and more awesome things. But that
Hey,
is
Michael,
it.
can you show us where the deck is? Just point to it. Just point a little closer. Yep, a little closer.
Yeah, haha, nice try, but the box stops me from touching it. Ha. See, look at this. This is bloody demons. Bloody demons, a lot of them. All right, so without any further ado, let us begin today's session. Now, hopefully I've got everything up and running, so this should... In today's story, we find ourselves caught in the center of the Badlands, a wasted and tumultuous place where the land itself is as hostile as the people. There, we find ourselves at the entrance to a large ziggurat covered in vines, reeds, and other kinds of overgrowth. There, from the shadows within, lurk several individuals that emerge from the forests of Malifaux. The first, of course, a large, hulking, imposing figure. This is none other than Gax, the Nephilim Bruiser. A behemoth of a creature, he stands at 2, nay, 3 people tall. Accompanying him as well, dressed in the garbs of the humans that have invaded this land, a half-blooded Nephilim, a gunslinger with the pistols and weapons handled by his side, a smoke blowing and billowing in the wind, none other than Rezavern, the half-blooded Nephilim. In their company as well, moving in and out of shadow, almost as if their essence was a very part of it, is Cinderak, the nightmarish creature, manifester of all things wicked from the land of dreams and nightmares. And last in their company, none other than Tink, a shape-changing mimic capable of undergoing any number of guises, and the only thing sharper than her cunning are the razor-sharp blades she keeps by her side. They have come here in search of a person who has sought help in a recent task that will involve these group of demonic creatures. The infamous Hayredden. Our story begins at the front of the ziggurat, as described. From atop, you hear the sounds of low resonance. The magic of Malifaux here swirls and permeates the very land. The first to arrive is Gax and Razorvern, who see the structure before them and have been instructed to wait for the arrival of Hayredden and a few other Neverborn.
I gotta say, Gax, you are one terrifying being.
Thank you. I worked on that for quite some time.
Well, it's paying off in spades and aces.
Over his massive hulking shoulder is held an enormous, enlarged, can't even call it a sword anymore. It's just a slab of very large, very thick, heavy material that has a serrated edge on both sides. It was a big weapon to begin with. He had it enlarged as well.
The end of the cigar plumes up a bit more as Raz takes another inhale from his cigar, and he's chewing it, he'll say, "I'm glad you're on my side. I hope that these others
How long we gotta wait?
too."
From behind Gax, almost emerging from the nothingness that is, swirls a creature that for a fleeting moment defies logic and description before assuming a corporeal form. This, of course, is Cinderak. Cinderak, would you describe yourself, please?
In Cinderax's current form, he looks like a rather lanky human with pasty skin and bags under his eyes and limp hair, wearing what can only be described as a very damp trench coat with long pinstripe pants. He smells vaguely of fungi and damp spaces. But for the brief moment as he's stepping out of the nothing, there are tentacles in every place, and eyes and tongues and bits and pieces. But the human coalesces almost instantly. I see our great master is called upon the muscle, and you,
The charm.
Razvan.
Would we have likely met
Yeah,
this
that's what I'm wondering.
fella before?
Is he new to us?
He is very new to you. In fact, the Nephilim and the Nightmares traditionally don't have any kind of peaceful pact with one another. While they're not hostile, the ancient war that that fractured the Neverborn gave way to each of the different species governing themselves, I guess.
You're the one we've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Not I. I did not summon us here.
Well,
Yes, it is obvious your confusion. That's okay. Don't worry about trying to think about anything. I'm sure we will learn what is happening in the due course. Have passions.
can I
That's
ask you a
possible.
question? Risking being,
You are going to, yes.
what's with all those tentacles? Tongues, mouth.
Do I ask you why you are in that trapped cage of a flesh bag? Do I comment on the color of your hair? I don't
Flashback.
think so. So what is this personal attack? This is
I
why
mean,
our
no
people
offense
do not work together.
at all.
All
I'm
this
just wondering
bravado.
Hearing the sound of loud bickering, Tink, you decided to kind of stay back a little bit. Obviously, from a distance, you can quite clearly see Gax towering, while these two in front of them seem to squabble, not unlike many Neverborns that do meet their way. As a mimic, caution has always been the dogma of your people. The scene is yours. How do you enter?
Yes, I guess I'm just gonna. At the moment, her form is very like unremarkable and kind of like teenage human. But like every time you try and get a good look at her face, it's just like you can't really remember what the details were, and she just kind of like slumps in, and behind them, and she's like, "Yeah, so like, what are we doing?" But, hi.
I think we're waiting for one more. Again, Syndrax. I meant no offense. I just thought it was some sort of artifact of your practitioner magic or something.
I suppose since we have all been summoned by the same person, we should work together or whatever it is. So,
Yeah.
fine. We agree that my shape is my own, your shape is whatever.
Agreed.
And
Agreed. Sorry, what was your name? He looks
you
over
do
to
not know
Tink.
of me.
Sorry.
I don't know. You can just call me Tink. It's
Tink.
fine. Whatever.
I'll like stomp over and just like stand as imposingly as I can right over.
Just like
Tink.
looking right up at you, like, but not really phased. Just kind of like looking at something new. It's like,
You a
Could be.
human?
I mean, sometimes when I want to be, when it's useful.
Gax, you get this strong smell around Tink. While there is definitely a hint of human floating around in the air, it definitely does not come from her person. Or their person. That's hard to tell. It's a mimic.
I see.
At this point, a voice booms from within the ziggurat. So you have finally arrived. Excellent. Less than I had anticipated, but all that proves is that you few bear the fortitude and cunning I need for the task ahead. The sound of a clopping of hooves can be heard coming from the ziggurat, as well as a pair of footprints that seem to follow in tow. Emerging from the ziggurat, you see a Nephilim with one wing, a masked face, and brandishing on his back is a tall, long human weapon. This is quite a famous Neverborn, one by the name of Hayreddin. There are many Neverborn who appreciate Hayreddin for his cunning and his guile during the war, but there are those who know that he turned to the dark arts, specifically necromancy, and many view him as being foolhardy and inviting the graveyard spirit to invite death upon all Nephilim. Whichever the side of the fence you happen to be on, this is the first you have laid eyes upon the man. Behind him, Aces. Can you describe your character?
You can see a human figure. He's wearing a trench coat and a broad-brimmed hat. And it keeps his face very much in shadow, but you can see the glint of teeth and a smile. Slowly, Aces raises his head, and the shadow doesn't seem to move as he casts his glare over all you. Then walks over, extends the hand. Howdy. Pleasure to meet y'all.
Howdy. Pleasure to meet you. Nice hat you got there. Tap
Well,
mine,
thank you.
respectively.
My goodness. This is going to be good. We're going to be fighting in the shade all day with this guy around.
I tower over you, and I go,
Just a little left there, son.
Are you human?
If I am, I'm the bravest one you ever met.
I like this
And I do declare you appear to be something of a shadow there, sir. It's a pleasure to meet you too.
Name's
ma'am.
Raz, or you can call me Vern, or you can call me the two together. Raz, Vern.
People call me Aces,
Aces.
and I try to deliver on that name.
All right. I'll hold you to it. This is an interesting place we find ourselves. He looks to the others, waiting to see if they introduce themselves.
This is all very interesting, and it is wonderful to meet all of you amazing people who I'm sure have hopes and dreams which are all futile. However, why have you summoned us here? Because I have other places to be right now, and standing here with him is not one of them.
The name is Gax. You should see what he can do. Hopefully you will.
Yes, I'm sure that each of you have your various skills that are going to come in handy. Allow me to be brief. The humans have incurred upon a relic, one of which they should not. After exhuming it, they have taken it back to their heathenish city, and it poses a potential risk, not just to the Nephilim, but to all different Neverborn. You see, the artifact in question came from one of the earliest tombs. I myself was studying it to better understand the nature of... well, that's not important. Nonetheless, the artifact that they have stolen has been kept within a warding box built by the ancient Nephilim. So long as it remains in this box, a great evil is being held at bay. But should these impetuous and curious creatures tear into those wards, something will be unleashed that no one of our species will be able to endure. The task before you is to infiltrate Malifaux City, retrieve the artifact and return it here so that I might restore the wards and place it back upon the plinth to which it belongs. To aid you in getting into Malifaux City, I have enlisted the assistance of my unusual friend here.
Howdy. It's going to be an interesting challenge sneaking you in, buddy.
Speaking of challenges, yeah. Gax here doesn't really fly under the radar, as it were.
Well, that's okay. I don't think radar's been invented yet, but no problem for that either. I'm willing to do my best and see what I can do.
I put one of my massive hands into my satchel bag at my side, and I pull out a helmet that's got like 2 grooves cut out of the forehead, as if it's got like a real, defined widow's peak to this helmet, where the receding hairline. And then I slot it on, and it slots perfectly over my horns, so that the horns look like they're coming out of the helmet. And I say,
"There, I'll fit in perfectly now."
That is a lovely hat.
I'm still like 3 meters tall.
Yes. Well, there's a reason why some of you have been chosen to come and embark on this very important quest. Some of you have skills at infiltration, others have skills in conversation, while a few of you have skills in case things go horribly wrong. The humans are not forgiving of the Neverborn, and do not accept them in their city, what they claim to be their city. Travel together, work as one. And each of you shall not only protect your own kind, but I will also bestow upon you this. He opens his hand, and clutched into his clawed fingers appears to be several bones. These are bones of the ancient Nephilim. Some say that they still hold the power of the true Neverborn. He says one will be awarded to each of you for your assistance in this matter, but not before.
Right. All right. I'm in.
You can.
What about you, big guy?
He sort of grunts, clears his throat.
You can keep your bones of the dead. I do not practice that art that you have sunk to, monsieur. But if it is about saving my people, then I will do my part. How we will get him in, I have no idea. The mimic might be good, and these two certainly seem to be able to talk the talk. I have no doubt about my own skill, of course. And perhaps, yeah, well,
We'll take his if you don't want it.
Reckon I could use an extra half.
All right. Fair's fair.
This whole time, Tink is just like sharpening a knife, just moping in the corner.
Do we know where we're hiding? Do we know where these idiots are that have this box?
Currently, they are in Malifaux City in the downtown district. Rumors have reached my ears of a museum exhibit that is callously displaying their heinous act for all to see. Humans and their hubris never cease to amaze me. For the time being, before the artifact is taken from Malifaux and brought to their infernal realm, it will be displayed there, but only for so long.
All right. Well, let's get to it.
So we just gotta break in and steal a thing from a museum?
Yes.
I could do that on my own.
And there might be a couple of extra challenges in there, but your spirit is willing, and that's all we need right now.
You
With that,
said it best. When something goes wrong, you're the wrong to be brought.
With that,
Yeah.
Hayredin will turn and walk back into the ziggurat.
Now, on the bright side, how many of you folks know what a train is?
What?
Sorry.
As Aces says this, we cut now to a scene a little bit further away from the ziggurat. At the edge of a contract town, a small human settlement, you can see a very, very Wild West scenario playing out before you. Wooden houses and struts that seem to cut off stables filled with horses at the outskirts of the Neverborn Badlands. You can see up ahead a large iron rail that seems to run through the land like a river of steel and wood, and upon it sits an immense creature made equally of steel.
Like I said, we're going to take a train right into Malifaux. Now,
How much information
we
do
will
you
need
know
a-
about this entire situation? Aces, you said your name was.
I did.
Do
I did.
you
I said
know
that at least
where
once.
they are keeping this box? Do you know where they sleep? Do you know where on display is it in this museum? What are the defenses? How are they protecting it? Are they even guarding it? It sounds like they are traditional human trash. Pardon.
No, you got it right.
We are meant to be working together, no? So,
Yeah.
Well, my friend,
do
you
you know?
have a lot of questions, and I do wish I was the man that could deliver the answers to you. But what I'm really good at is finding things out. So if you give me a little time, once we get in the city, I reckon I can probably rustle up some truths for you that will make you sing with delight. And
Do you do much
I know
singing?
that's a big promise
Sin?
for you, but I reckon you'll have a beautiful singing voice.
Do I know very much about the museum? Because I feel like probably spent a lot of time around humans, sneaking around.
Certainly. You may make a history or an art challenge,
Ooh.
and your target number, because the museum is quite public knowledge, shall be a 7.
Okay.
First flip of the game.
First flip of the game. I don't think I have anything in either of those. So I just flip the top card
Yep,
from over here.
And then you'll add whatever statistic or aspect, should it be, associated with those skills. But yep.
Okay, it's from the main deck?
Yep, from the main deck.
Okie doke. Oh, it's telling me I can't interact. Why?
Can't interact, eh?
It says I'm a spectator.
Do you have a color?
Oh, I don't know.
Let's give you a color. Actually, you can change your color. Yes, take a seat. Actually, you know what? Let me just. Whoa. Let's see. I'm gonna give you. You are.
Right,
you are.
while
light
she's
blue.
working that out.
Yeah.
you go. Done.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You can play now.
Okay, now I
guess.
can play. There we go.
All right.
I only got a 5.
Plus your aspect, if you have anything in it. So history, I believe, uses your intelligence.
Oh, the intellect? No, no.
Very well.
I have a -1.
With a 5, unfortunately,
don't
while you
know.
have heard of the Malifaux Museum, you know very little about it. Beyond that, it is a place where they house a number of artifacts and rare oddities that the explorers of Malifaux find.
It's just really boring there. Just never been, Like, why would you go to a museum?
There are all kinds of darknesses in museums. You would be amazed at what history can teach us in terms of how to twist and subvert that which once was beautiful. Alak, you know nothing. We will need to find out this information. I assume, I say looking at Gax, you know nothing about museums?
Not so much.
I didn't think so. Before we arrive at Malifaux, we will need to devise some way of integrating amongst the population, huh? What excuse
Won't be too much
do
of a
we
problem
have?
for most of us.
Pardon?
Maybe the information guy would know. How he makes sense of the reason why we're there.
Any of y'all seen a human my size before?
No, they don't grow that big.
Once, but that was a really odd story. What's more likely is we might be able to sneak you in as some sort of museum exhibit, get you into the museum, and then you can.
With a very loud thudding on the ground, I just drop to my knees.
How about now?
That's a little better. Just a little.
So I just have to walk around like this.
Maybe if anyone's got a real big cloak, like
Yeah,
real
could we
big.
make him look like a donkey or something, and I could ride him. That'd be pretty cool.
Hunched over as Gax is, he's still kind of bipedal, but if he lands on all fours, he has about the size and girth of a prize-winning rodeo bull.
Well, it's I was transporting something large, and reckon that there might be a market we could sell the bull at there in Malifaux.
Yep, I think we might be having a
You
bit of
speak
stammer
real
from Jamie.
funny.
One more time, Jamie.
I reckon we could probably be going in as some sort of farmers heading to a market, selling our prize cow.
We
I
don't
mean,
got
it's
no
just-
cow.
It's you, buddy. You're gonna be the cow.
I don't
Oh, I
suppose that
get you.
we could just say that he's hired help.
Moo.
All
I'm
Oh,
right.
convinced.
That was pretty convincing.
You have no capacity whatsoever to change this into something usable. Nothing.
I'm
No,
good.
but I'm pretty sure if anyone inspects him, they will walk away believing that they have seen a prize heifer indeed.
No bull. All right.
Do you have somewhere where we might stay whilst we are investigating the museum?
Right now, you guys are in the contract town, so you're not in the city yet. This is kind of like a tiny little spit of a town. The train does, however, go directly to the main city. The town itself, you can see, it's like kind of like a one-horse town. You've got the inn, you've got the tavern, you've got the general store, you have the local church, and just a few little tiny houses where the miners would work. Off in the distance, you know that they would basically just go out and explore and dig, try to find soulstone ores and veins. Some of them even doing, like panhandling, trying to find bits of debris or fragments of soulstones in the nearby rivers.
One thing that I think might be really important is if we look the part, that will probably help us to get more into the role. So, I know a fellow who's a bit of an amateur tailor, you might call him. Did me up a nice suit, as you can see. I think maybe we go visit him over in the church. We might be able to put some of your fears to rest, good sir.
Scribbler.
Razvern? Sorry, Gux, you wanted to say
I
something.
said I got script I can spend on a suit. Make me look like a cow.
Yeah, great. That's the input that we need. Thank you very much. So, Razvern, do you have any idea, any thoughts? I have some, but I would defer to your more practical experience.
Thoughts on logging this one around?
On
that
how
what you're
we're going
asking?
to get him into a museum in downtown Malifaux. Yeah,
Gax is the type of guy that will make his own way. So
that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, we kind of want to
Perhaps
go
we
like a
don't
bit
bring him in
sneaky,
then.
right? Yeah.
perhaps we leave him on the sidelines until he's needed.
Well, look, this train is going into Malifaux, and he is on the train. And, if we wanted to, we could ship him in a box. But
Box would work.
That's what I'm thinking. What if we did something along these lines? And apologize in advance if I am being too fast here. I can slow down and use smaller words if
Please
it gets
do.
confusing, okay?
Yeah.
So, Aces, I think you had best idea. Huh? We put you Gex in a big, very big box.
Yeah.
We ship it on the train, and then perhaps our young Tink here and Razvan and perhaps even you Aces arrive at the museum with a new exhibition, which we then bring in.
Yeah.
Whilst they
as
are
you said.
taking the box into the back of the museum, we are then, moving around, finding out the security, the defenses, the location of everything that we are after. Thereupon, we find it. Gex, once the museum has gone to sleep, my favorite time of the day, once everyone has gone home to sleep and scream, then Gex comes out of the box and deals with whatever is left behind the museum. We take the box and we leave.
Well, I do believe that is the skeleton upon which we might hang the coat of a plan.
I agree.
Wait. You lost me when you said we're gonna put a ship on the train.
A what?
You said something about putting a ship on a train.
I believe his vernacular was shipping, not put the ship on, meaning to transport. In
Okay, I
boats.
get you.
Hey,
And then
God, the only thing that
Cut
you
to an
can
hour
do-
later when you've explained it to
Yep.
Gax.
As you,
every
yeah.
step of the stage, the plan.
Yes.
Yeah.
We pan outwards across the train station and the very small town as Aces explains the intricacy of shipping and ergonomics to Gax.
And the fact that shipping doesn't have to include a ship.
Yes.
But what's it called shipping then?
Well, because you can't call it training. So anyway, the so as you pan over, we can now see our characters about half an hour later. As further up ahead, you can see a number of train workers. They seem to be hard at work loading up the train with the spoils of the explorers and miners heading to Malifaux City. These are the individuals who decide what goes on or off any given rail. You could see this rather large mustachioed man who appears to be quite broad-shouldered, pulling on his trouser straps, whatever they're called.
Braces.
Yep.
Benders.
Suspenders, that's the one. Pulling on his suspenders and going, "You there, chap! Lift with the knees! You don't want to throw out your back? Last thing we want is for a neverborn to swoop you up when you're injured. Ha! Filthy cowards, the lot of them."
Are we in agreement that our plan is to put this into action?
I agree.
Yeah.
So then we need a box big enough for Gex, huh?
All right.
So perhaps while we're finding that box, Aces, perhaps you and Link would entreat this gentleman to take our cargo to the museum.
Yeah, I might try and find a quiet spot and I'll like change so I look a little bit more like a like I guess like a dock worker or someone who's gonna be like just lifting stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, so just a generic dude. Maybe like probably quite similarly dressed to the mustache guy. You know, sleeves rolled up, that kind of a thing. And I'll just say to Aces like you do the talking. I'll just stand here and try and look tough, and I kind of like try and look tough.
I have no doubt that you will succeed, ma'am. The tail might be a little bit too much.
Yeah, special guest.
So as you shapeshift, your bones and your flesh begin to restructure until eventually you take on the appearance of a human. Your eyes are kind of the last things to change as they maintain your monstrous look, but then as you wipe your hands over your eyes, they also transform. As Aces points out, you have a tail still, which you very quickly retract. And those of you who wish to may approach the large and burly gentleman. So Gax, does that leave you and Cinderak looking for boxes?
Yeah, I believe so. And Razvan.
And Razvan.
Razvan and Gax were going to go and look for the box.
Okay, Razvan and Gax. So Razvan and Gax, what I would like from the both of you is either a notice check or, if you would like, a survival check. Or a wilderness check, sorry.
Ooh, wilderness. Okay, let me check. Notice for me.
I too will go for notice.
All right.
Once they've headed off to go and look for a box, Cinderax leans back. This is why nightmares should be in charge. Everyone is doing the work, and I am sitting here waiting for them to come back and serve me as they should.
While the
Now,
sun of
point,
Malifaux beats down warmly on Cinderak's lounging position. There we go.
Yeah. Flipping this, yeah.
Yep. Yep.
You need to swipe, click and swipe. Don't hold it. There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
So that is 9 of crows for Robert, and
Yep.
a 1 of crows for Dread. Okay. So what does that put your totals at?
11 for me.
I'm adding the rating, right? Or the average. So sorry.
AV,
AV.
which is the
notice
aspect
4,
and
so
the
5.
rating. So 6. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Gax, as you kind of lumber around at your extended height, you notice that there appears to be a large barrel filled to the brim with what looks to be the alcohol supply for this town. It is actually being offloaded off the back of the train. You see like 6 or 7 men like with huge chains wrapped around it. All right, guys, hang on to it. Heave. 3, 4. And they...
That one will do.
Yeah. Too many eyes on it, though.
Yeah, for now. We can put those eyes out.
Well,
Aces
that
and
would be a
Tink.
violet delight, but
You, Aces and Tink, you don't see where the other two have gotten to, but you will slowly make your way towards this this large gentleman who is loading up cargo by the boxes. All right, step lively. 1, 2, 1, 2. We need to make sure the train runs on time. Bully, we are on time.
Pardon me, good sir.
He looks at his watch and looks at you. Looks at his watch. Damn, we're ahead of time. Good afternoon, sir.
My name's Aces Rockefeller. I have booked
Albert
some passage on this
Haysworth.
train.
Sorry, pardon?
I've booked some passage on this train for something I was shipping into Malifaux City.
Rockefeller, you say? Give me a moment. He pulls out his manifesto and begins to pore through this book. As he looks, he says, "Strange, I don't appear to see a Rockefeller on the manifesto. What were you shipping?"
We've got some artifacts heading to the museum.
Artifacts for the museum. No, I don't seem to see anything here.
I'll
Perhaps
have
was it
to-
under a different name? Like maybe your assistant? He
might,
looks over at Tink.
Well, probably not, but howdy. And if we don't get these artifacts to the museum, someone's gonna be real unhappy. So I don't know what we can do.
He closes his manifesto. He says, "Well, I'm afraid there's very little I can do without a manifesto request. The guild, of course, are going to inspect most of the cargo as they enter Malifaux City. These are really trying times, as it were. With money shortage as it is, we can't afford to really break the rules."
Just look at Aces.
Is he
Yeah.
still looking at Tink or?
Well, he's talking to the both of you.
Yeah.
I'm sure those rules are flexible at the right times. There's got to be room for our precious heritage.
He kind of looks around, and he says, "Well, things might not be broken, but they could be bent for the right motivation."
Well, I do declare now we're in the right territory. And what motivation would you best like, sir?
He looks around. He whispers, "Cash."
I'm gonna be like, well, you're the boss, man.
The train is
Towards
not the only
Aces.
thing that needs its wheels greased.
Excellent. I think I might cast a spell on this gentleman.
Woohoo!
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. What would you like to cast on him?
I might. I am going to mind control him
Yeah.
into finding our name on the manifesto.
Very well. You may flip your. So, what's the target number for your spell?
For a straight up spell is just 10.
10 of which suit?
10 of crows.
All right. You need to flip a 10 of crows. However, as you are also quite capable of the Oxfordian method of magic, I believe, you can add
Correct.
a crow automatically to your suit. So as long as you get 10, you'll be fine.
And in fact, when casting, I need to get even less than that because I have other bonuses going on.
Excellent. So, flip
So-
your card.
Flip my card.
Okay, sure.
Well, that'll do.
To quote one of my favorite movies, "What is your bidding, my master?" As his mind slowly begins to fade into the back of his subconscious, he is just vacant as he looks deeply into your eyes. Your magics have taken root deep within his mind, and he is now at your behest.
Get him to give you some orange sherbet.
I will go and get you some orange sherbet.
I do believe that you'll find our names down the bottom of the list, and that you've also given us some very nice seats on the train for our own comfort and that of our two companions.
It appears as though I am mistaken. There is room on the train for yourself and your two companions in first class. Also, there's your name, right here, on the manifesto. How silly of me.
Of course it is.
We will have the
Understandable
boys...
mistake, my friend. These things happen.
We will have the boys load it immediately, sir. And then a few moments later, his mind sort
Delightful.
of... Yes, of course. How careless of me. Gentlemen, your attention, please. We need to make room for another delivery. Follow this lot, and they'll point you in the right direction. These chaps will take care of whatever luggage you have. Your first class ticket, sirs, as he writes down, just scrolls on a bit of parchment and hands them to you. It's got his signature and stamp as the head of the train yard here.
I'll just
These
slap
are
him
the
on the
tickets
back.
I'm looking
for.
We're all going to be living it up in first class. Me too.
In a box.
All right. Meanwhile,
Aw.
Cinderak, you can see just over the fence that you are tanning yourself on. Razvern and Gax appear to be kind of stalking a group of workers surrounding an alcoholic beverage barrel.
Gax,
What?
you thirsty?
Yeah.
All right. I would like to see if there's any sort of distraction I can cause, either by shooting or sabotage or anything of the like. If there's not,
Well, again, there's the town. There's the very sparse, very dry Badlands. Sort of little dry brush and the like. You can see there's the train. There's the church. There's the townsfolk. There's a small child who's hitting a wheel down the road with a stick. She gets bitten by a scorpion. She falls sick. She goes to the doctors. Her mum is distraught. Father and mother get into a very, very big fight over it. They end up having to divorce over medical bills.
I think it's time for you to smash something. It needs to be loud.
What? Anything?
As long as you can keep it quiet until you're ready to leave. I'm not making sense. Let me try that again. Break, hide, then we go get the barrel.
Gotcha.
All right.
All right. What's the layout? Immediate layout around me.
Okay. The immediate layout around you, a series
Of like buildings.
Yep. Okay. So immediately around you, you are in the back of the train yard. There is a few demountables that are about 1 story high, spaced on either side of where these people are unloading. You can see the train itself a little bit further up ahead, probably about 10 meters away. And throughout, there are these large kind of spools of kind of metal cable that have kind of been tied up together and placed at various locations, stacked up. There are a number of these, making it quite difficult to see around the yard. And even with a creature your size, there should be plenty of places for you to climb or to hide behind.
Cool. I'm gonna get an idea of where one of these stacks of cabling is, and it has to be next to a few. Like if it's in like a line with a couple of them, because my intention is to push the first one away from the others, and then use the others to like jump and hide behind them as the others are coming down to deal with that. I'm going to try and hide on my way back in.
Very nice. For that, I will need an athletics check as you lean in to place your arms on these spools and push these heavy metal weights.
I'm going to hook one of my horns underneath it and lift with the legs as well.
All right. As you are using your horns for additional leverage, I will give you a positive flip on this particular check.
I have a +4 and a positive flip. Yeah. And a flip. So that's a 6 or a... This is how it works, yeah. Oops, I flipped the whole deck, didn't I? Well, this is not ideal. Flip. So that was my 6 or a 6.
Very well. You're spoiled for choice.
The 6.
Okay.
I'll take the 6 +4, so 10.
All right. With a 10, that is just not enough. You will need a 12 or higher. However, you do have the opportunity to cheat with a card from your hand. Now, every single individual should have 3 cards drawn from their twist decks. At any point in time, if you fail a check, you may choose to replace the card that you have drawn with the card from your hand.
Were you playing open hand?
You guys can. I mean, unless you want to lie to each other. I mean, feel free. All right, replacing it with a 12 of masks. Yeah, no, you
16 total.
I'm just gonna roll something super quick.
Now, seeing this, I'd like to also try and get the attention of the guys on the barrel and try and say, I'm going to try and trick them to come over here.
So it's like something like "look out" as he's pushing it over them.
Yeah,
very well. Because of your quick thinking, Razburn, one of these spools narrowly avoids crushing like 4 of these workers as it tumbles over and rolls past. They immediately spring into action and run to try and stop it. If it continues on its path, it's gonna start rolling through town. But the barrel thus far is unguarded. Cinderak, you see a giant spool of metal rolling towards you.
This is excellent. Cinderak is going to head into the local bar.
You turn around very calmly, very collectedly, stand up, dust yourself off, walk to the pub. Very well.
I have one question that I need an answer to, and that's all that he's going to do while all this is going on. Because he's just going to move around the bar and just very politely, very nicely ask people a single question. So, if you want to know what that question is now, or do you want to come back?
We'll come back to it. The spool continues to roll past. More of these train yard guards are basically chasing after it. Even the Albert kind of turns around and, oh my god, and tries to help out. Aces and Tink, you guys have a moment where you are unobserved. You could see Razvern in the distance, as well as Gax, who is hiding behind a freshly toppled wall of steel. No sign of Cinderak, though.
All right. Well, should we go in, get in it, or stay away?
Well, in my experience, it's often best to let these things play out on their own, but we were instructed specifically to help these guys, so let's see if we can offer our assistance in this situation somehow. I think a little more distraction might be in order. Can you accommodate?
Yeah, I guess. All right. I'm going to go to the middle of the, like, where the thing is rolling in an attempt to, like, help. But I'm going to see if I can kind of, like, trip up some of the other people who are, like, running after it in my attempts to help.
Sure.
To create some more disturbance.
Sure. Make a deception check as you go by, just sweeping the leg of these poor workers who are trying to avoid this giant steel thing crashing into the town.
So, oh god, my eyesight. What aspect is that?
What did I say? I said a deception. Deception is your cunning.
Oh, cunning. And do I add deceive as well?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so it'll be a +4. There we go. Okay, so 7. It's not great.
No, you go to trip someone up, and they're like, "What are you doing?"
I'm gonna. Can I swap that for a card in my
You
hand? Yeah, so I'm gonna play this instead. This 8.
Very well. With the 8, what are you doing? It's dangerous here. You need to get away. As as they say that, you do not get noticed as you slowly start tripping up these dudes. They just like.
Meanwhile,
Yep.
sorry, I was going to say, can I rush over and see if I can find a suitable Gax box?
A Gax box? Yeah, totally. You can see that Gax and Razvern already have eyed off what looked to be a large barrel filled with alcohol. It sloshes with enough alcohol that Gax could literally like sit into it like, like a hot tub kind of. That's how big it is.
Gax,
I might rush over and give Gax the reminder. Hey,
get to drinking.
It seems to be unattended enough that I can actually get to it. Like it's.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
offer Aces a cigar.
I do it.
You're
I'm
about to
out.
see something special.
I run up.
I don't
run up and
partake, but I would do appreciate the spectacle.
Oh, fair enough.
I run up and I slam my fist down on one side of the circular barrel top, boink, so that it like comically opens up the other side. And then I just like clamber in headfirst into the barrel.
You see these giant cloven hooves and a tail just sort of thrashing about for a few moments.
Alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah. You then see this. You then see these two horns.
Like you said with the big girl, the hot tub.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you see before you come back up, you see these two horns. Dun 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 dun. And then you climb back up. All right. Now are you drinking this alcohol?
Invariably drinking some of it.
Very well.
But if I was to close the lid now, would it?
With your horns, it would likely drown you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would I have breathing space? I'll just start to like rock the barrel back and forth from within it, then so that some of it's sloshing out over the floor.
Very well. Please make me a carouse check. Now, carouse is a skill that we use in order to enjoy libations and the like. It is our ability to endure the pleasures of intoxication. What was that?
Someone got a rooster?
Yeah, it's a rooster.
Whose rooster was that?
It was Ben from Sirenscape's rooster.
Nice. That is a 13 of tomes.
Very nice. With a 13 of tomes.
0.
Oh, so that's 13? Easy.
13.
You actually just start chugging a good chunk of it till it's about at your belly height, and there's now plenty of room for you to fit into it.
Continue. close the lid above me.
What this really brings home to me is that humans consume way too much alcohol.
Yes, humans do. Speaking of alcohol, back in the tavern, Cinderak, you have entered this saloon.
Cinderak is going to look at the piano player and then drift on over to the barkeeper. Pardon, monsieur, I have a very important message for an individual whom I believe passed through here. But I need your assistance, if you please.
Well, it depends. I don't know if I can help people who ain't thirsty, if you follow my meaning.
But of course, that was my very first question. What do you... what libation might I procure at this very fine and musical venue?
He reaches behind the counter and pulls up this big... it looks like a gourd covered in needles. You know this to be a Malifaux cactus. He says, "We have cactus whiskey.
It'll quench you."
It's the quenchiest.
Fantastic. I'm so glad I came here. It's such refined taste. Great. I'll have whatever you serve that in. A bowl or
He puts down a shot glass in front of you, and with a razor blade, he sort of cuts the top of it down. He then grabs onto the spiked end with a gloved fist and then squeezes the juice into a bowl. Into the shot glass. Then gets a twist of lemon and just twists it in.
Such refinement. It's unbelievable to find it this far away from Malifaux. Aren't we all just very happy here? Now, I have a question. I have a very important document that I must deliver to an archaeologist who I believe passed through here on the last few weeks. There is a slight problem. I don't remember his name, so I cannot find him. You wouldn't happen to have noticed any archaeologists from the Malifaux Museum moving through here in the last week or so, huh? You might remember their name. Let me know their name, and then I can give them their message.
Y'all talk a lot. And so did that Simon feller. Yeah, he came through here. Explorer sort. Had a backpack that was bigger than that poor little boy's body. All I remember is he came back hooting and hollering about some sort of magical heezy hoozer what's it, and that he was gonna make him rich and famous. Yeah, that's right. As if any of us get to see anything rich and famous all the way out here in the sticks. Holy crap, is that a steel rod rolling past the window? You stop that thing, and then you watch this.
Tink just go flying in slow motion.
Yeah, you just see Tink like kick this one guy down as she just keeps running past the window. Just chasing him, like, die.
Simon, you say, huh?
Smooth.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, Simon, that was his name. Gangly fella with glasses, had a metal arm.
You don't remember his surname, perhaps? I mean, there's so many Simons out there. There's Simon, Simon. It's.
Look, I don't like to get too familiar with my patrons. They tend not to live around here. I don't know if you know, but this is like elbow and neck deep in Neverborn territory. No one comes around here unless they got a death wish, son. And if you don't mind me saying, you dress mighty fancy for someone with a death wish.
No. I'm taking the train back into Malifaux very shortly. I'm waiting for it to depart, as a matter of fact. This backpack that you said was as big as a small boy, that was not the one that was bitten by a scorpion recently, causing the divorce of his entire family.
No, that was the Whitaker girl. Poor little dear.
Oh, of course, Whitaker. Yes, such a nice family.
She needed a blood transfusion after all that, but turns out that her daddy don't have the same blood. And as soon as he found out, oh my God, he was mad as hell.
Is that right? How very delicious. I mean, how very tragic. It's so sad. So very sad. Now, this backpack that this Simon had, you said it was as big as a small. Surely it had some kind of initial on it, perhaps, or a name. You don't recall? I'll have another one of those spike drink things.
Yeah. It had a symbol on it. Kind of looked like. Kind of look like this. Let's see, where did I put that? He pulls out what looks to be like a small napkin and frantically starts to scribble on the napkin side.
I have to say, I am so impressed that you even have napkins in this. This is a refinement beyond comparison. Let me tell you.
You feel as though maybe he has like the one. Yeah. All right. Eventually, he draws this symbol.
Crossed pistols over an open flamed torch. Interesting. Does that mean anything to Cinderex?
You may make a history check if you would like.
Well, I'd like to make it, whether I am going to make it. So that is under expert. No, where's history? I can never.
History is under the academic skills. I believe it is intelligence based.
Ah, great. All right. And we get you're going to cheat that.
Ooh, nice cheat.
Yeah.
All right.
We've got to succeed here.
Oh. Yeah, come here, you.
So that would be 13.
All right. With a 13. Oh God, come back. Don't go away. There we go. With a 13, you do know that it is the symbol of the Explorer Society, a group of, as the name implies, explorers who scour the depths of Malifaux in order to try and find anything relating to the Neverborn, anything that they could use potentially to improve their standing, and more importantly, their intention is to push the boundaries of Malifaux, to expand their reach to the furthest reaches, to kill the greatest beasts and creatures. They're not overly well liked by the Neverborn.
Is that the train? I hear there was still. I must go. Thank you so much. Have a great time. I look forward to seeing you tonight in your dreams.
You what?
I turn and stride out.
All aboard!
Merde!
You do indeed hear the sound of the train as they are preparing to leave. Now, Tink, you have successfully managed to maintain the distraction. A number of confused and slightly bruised and injured people end up, kind of on the floor, confused as to why they fell.
I was just trying to help. I'm sorry.
Do you help any of them up?
Pull them up. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll pull them up.
Do you kind of like pull your hand away as they go to grab it?
Oh yeah, because is it just an illusion?
It can be. They reach up to grab your hand.
Oh no! I understand. No, I definitely like help because I want to maintain that I'm like, yeah. No.
All right.
I mean, that's what she wants to do, but
yeah, fighting the desire to torture these humans. You do help them to their feet. The steel wheel is not stopped and eventually crashes into the side of a building. The building appears to have been a small residence where a man seems to yell out across from the road. He's drunk and stinks of whiskey. He says, "How's what you get, woman? You cheating harlot!" And he throws the bottle at the steel reel. "You took my little girl from me. I'll never forgive you. I'll burn your house down." And you see a couple of people go, "Come on, Greg. Come on. Just calm down. It's okay. Let's just go for a walk, man. You need to walk." Anyway, that all happens. Meanwhile, behind the
So the whole arc. We've seen it all now.
no, now we need to see him going to therapy. That's the next step.
Oh, yeah, that's
he's
true.
in Malifaux getting his life together,
man.
and that's when you guys are gonna kill him.
Oh, amazing.
All right, so you.
I mean, we could skip that part, burn his house down and frame him.
All right. Now, with Gax properly fitted inside a barrel and the rest of our Neverborn secured away in first class, it is not an uncomfortable ride for any involved as the train pulls out of the station and makes its way.
Like a sensory deprivation tank for me.
Oh, it kind of is, yeah. It's like, there's a dining cart filled with food and wine, and you realize you don't need any of that. You're good. You've got everything you need right here. Now,
I do hope the seats are up to your standards, Mr. Cinderax.
I have to confess, I may have treated all of you improperly when we first met. Huh? You went out, you did what you needed to do in a very competent way. It is all solved and saluted, so perhaps I owe you all apology. Huh? You have done your duties. Hopefully Gax is in the cargo and is doing whatever it is he's doing. And so I have discovered a very small piece of information which may assist us in the future. There is an explorer by the name of Simon. This individual, he is
Well, you know
part
there's
of
many
the
Simons in the world. Is it Simon or Simone or...
Ah oui, monsieur, I apologize. This is my failing here. The information was sketchy at best. They could not tell me, but I assume it is Simon. But the important thing is we know that he is working for the Explorer Society. This is something that we can impersonate ourselves to inveigle our way into the museum, huh? So that we claim we are from Explorer Society, working with this Simon fellow. Your skills at deception very clearly are impressive. He says, looking at Aces and Link, I'm sure you will be able to pull it off. I hope this information will be useful. I can get us more information if we can find an apartment nearby the museum. It will take me some time, but it will risk no one's life or our detection once we arrive.
I have no doubt we'll be able to find lodgings for this evening, and that they shall be as luxurious and comfortable as the ones that we find ourselves in now.
Sounds like it's all in accord.
As
can,
you
like-
are discussing, Tink, can I get you to make me a notice check?
Ooh, indeed I can. Notice is where on my sheet?
It
Here.
should be on the middle
Cunning
column.
1. Okay. So that'll be +3. Oh, no, not the whole deck. Thank you. Is there only one card left?
Nope.
Nope. There we go.
Ooh, very nice.
Oh, so 15.
All right. From the back of the wagon, you can see in the coach class, slowly making their way and walking up and down, is the ticket collector, who seems to be stamping people's tickets as they go by. He is, however, not who you notice. A person seems to stand behind the ticket collector. And the first and most distinct thing you notice is they are carrying a coffin. Their head
Very
ablazed with green flames.
Green flames.
Green flame.
All right.
Do I recognize this figure?
Yes. It is a well-known type of figure.
Simon.
It is. No, not Simon. He might be a Simon, maybe, but not that Simon. This is a death marshal. Now, in the world of Malifaux, there is an organization called the Mercantile Guild. They are the law and order in Malifaux, and specifically, there are a number of divisions that oversee various aspects. This is a death marshal, one of the undead hunting necromancers employed by the guild to do one thing and one thing only: track down the undead, put them in a coffin, and bury them so far and so deep down that even the earthworms can't find them. That who appears to be walking with the ticket collector up and down from the coach's carriage and is en route to the front and the first class seats.
Okay. I'm gonna like just elbow Aces or like Razvan, whoever's there. And just be like,
What are you doing?
just kind of keep it cool, man. Just over there. Can you just like look and what? And I kind of like point him out.
Old green-haired fire fella.
I mean, yeah,
Well-
you know who that is, right?
Yeah.
This is gonna be trouble.
Does seem like kind of chap could put a crink in our day, doesn't he?
Well,
Are any of you undead?
yeah, that's what I'm asking. I'm not.
Well, you never know with these types. They seem to have a talent for sniffing out anything unusual or different or difficult or just downright hidden. So,
You raise a valid point.
Whoa. Do we have tickets?
Oh, that we do. We have very nice
Alright.
tickets. I'm just curious as to why this chap is wandering the train.
Yeah, is that like a standard practice?
It is not.
No.
Not at all. The coach door opens and the ticket collector comes in, as does the flaming-headed marshal. Ladies and gentlemen, tickets presented, please. Also, this is Marshal Craig. He is conducting duties on behalf of the guild. Please ensure his utmost cooperation while he inspects the train. Thank you for your time and attention. And he starts to punch first-class tickets as he makes his way towards you. You have probably about a minute or so before they arrive, if there is anything you would like to do. Razvan?
I have an ancient knowledge, gift of darkness, talent. Maybe I could do a history or a law to see if I should be worried about any of my companions setting something off with this death marshal or myself.
Make a notice check, and
A notice
aces, if you would like, actually, you know what? Everyone who wishes to may make a notice check, and aces, if you would, please make me a deception check.
Certainly.
I can't read these cards. Is that a joker or is that a jack?
That is a
Or is it
jack.
11?
So that is an 11 of crows.
Plus 4 would make it a 15.
I'm just gonna move the death marshal away real quick.
Pretty good.
There we go. All right, so
Not
that's
bad.
15. All right, aces, what's your deception at?
I am just finding that. Just need to flip a card now. That's a mighty 12 in total.
All right. Aces, would you like to cheat that value?
I'm just testing against the other players here, aren't I?
This will also include the other NPCs, but I will already tell you that that is plenty to deceive their perception checks.
All right. Well, then I know I'm good. I'm good.
Sure. Meanwhile, at the back of the carriage in the well, actually no, at the front of the carriage, behind the coal, in front of the first class, is of course the storage unit. Gax, you are getting a bit, tightly wound. This is pretty cramped and pretty, narrow a space. When all of a sudden you hear a banging coming from nearby where you are. Something or someone appears to be banging on the luggage. Going by one, you hear another. And there's even one on your particular door. Then it keeps moving. Psst, are you sure it's here? Yeah, no, I'm sure it's here. Yeah, but why would they transport that all the way to Malifaux from a beatnik city from nowhere, from a beatnik town from nowhere? Oh, look, don't ask questions, okay? You got the information that I got. It's here somewhere, I'm sure of it. All right, cool, keep looking. What about the big barrel? Oh, it's probably not in there, but, we could have a look. It looks heavy. Yeah, all right, let's keep looking in the other places. If we still can't find it, let's try that. All right, fine. They continue their search. Now, Gax, you can see, because you've got a little bit of headroom, that there is a tiny little knot hole in the side of the barrel. With enough pressure, accurately distributed, you could pop a peephole into your barrel.
Accurate's probably not his best suit at the best of times.
Make
At least when he's drunk more than 3 times his body weight.
Make a
So
carouse check.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Not bad.
Carouse is my... Where is that based? That is resilience based 0.
All right.
So whatever it is on the card. 8.
8. All right. With an 8, you manage to just stable yourself just enough to and push out the peephole.
I get my finger like that, and I'm trying to line it up.
Outside.
And then I slip, and my horn pushes the peephole out instead.
I need an athletics check from you as your horn gets stuck.
Amazing.
Is a strong suit. Pun intended. All right,
Hey.
athletics will. Let's have a look. Athletics is going to be a +4, so I'm going to. No, fuck it. I'd rather fail at this than something else.
Yeah.
Sorry,
very well.
my bad language.
So, your horn is like stuck.
Sorry about my language. I'm drunk. 6 total.
Okay. So,
So I just go to sleep. I kept trying to sleep and slipping down beneath the level of the alcohol. So at least now I won't drown.
oh, look at that. Poor little guys all tuck it out. All right. Aces. The encroaching death marshal begins to make their way towards you.
You're looking a
Afternoon,
bit,
good sir.
Tickets,
looking a bit
please,
twitchy.
everyone.
So he's here. Yep. Okay.
Oh, they're
Well,
holding on to mine.
Tink?
While he was approaching, I think Tink will probably want to move away from the group and like look like they're traveling by themselves, just in
Ah.
case something goes down.
Make a
So, like-
stealth check.
All right.
I like
I
that.
can
I
do
like that.
that.
I dig it. I dig it.
Stealth. So it's gonna be a +5.
Oh yeah, they don't notice nothing. They're just like, yep,
Nice.
nope. You just disappear. Like even your teammates just kind of go, where'd Tink go?
I'm just like got a newspaper with like holes cut in it. No.
Cinderak, is there something you'd like to do as these two approach?
But of course, I don't need to be here. Cinderak just fades into the realm of dreams.
And
It's that gif. It's that gif.
yeah, well, and
yeah.
so part of the gift of the nightmares of which Cinderak is he can just disappear.
Amazing.
Which he does.
Homer Simpson.
So as the guard shows up next to you guys, he looks at you and says, just the two of you?
Yeah.
You turn around, you're like, yeah, I guess. Stamps your ticket, and then stamps Ace's ticket. As this happens,
Thank you kindly.
the Death Marshal then looks you up and down.
I straighten my hat and give him my best smile.
He looks at
Mr.
you.
Marshall.
Oh, actually, you know what? Hold on. I got the sound of his head. There we go. All right. As you say that,
Gotta say, your hair, mighty pretty.
he looks in your direction. Looks back at Ace's.
Don't you just light up the room.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. But more importantly, I have a few questions for you two.
Ask away, stranger.
By all means.
I can't say I recognize you. What brings you from Contract Town 17?
We're transporting goods.
Yeah. We're into import export.
You don't strike me as the merchant sort.
Well, that's not fair.
He says, kind of looking down at your pistols.
We hardly know each other.
Do I strike you more as the merchant sort? This is my accompaniment. He is here for my protection.
You
I
do
can-
indeed, sir. I must say you're traveling rather light. I don't see any luggage or overhead carriage.
It's 'cause it's all in the cargo.
Is that right?
Yeah.
With the import and export, I believe.
Yeah. We have an important business meeting that we're seeing to.
All right. Either of you, and I don't mind which,
Mm-hmm.
must make a deception check. The other is providing a positive flip on your deception check.
I'm good at deception. I think I might jump in on this one.
Yeah, you got the fancy words.
What do we got there? That is a
6 of masks.
6. That would give me a total of 9. Cheat. Yeah,
Yeah.
cheat. Let's switch
Well,
the
you
total
got-
of 9.
You've got a positive flip, yeah?
Yeah, so you got to flip one more and take the.
I get to flip an extra card.
Yep, and take the highest.
Woo! Ah, look
That's
at
what
that.
we wanted.
Beautiful.
I don't know where it fits, but there it is. A 10.
All right.
Giving
What
me a
is that?
total of 13.
13, eh? All right. Now, in the game of Malifaux, when we do what is called an opposed roll, the Fate Master's characters actually don't get to flip anything. We have set numbers that we have based on the difficulty of what everyone is doing, which is based on how strong the person they're dealing with is. Death Marshals are... Let me have a look here.
Maybe we should play it differently, Michael. Maybe you should flip a card. We'd like to see that.
Yeah, I reckon.
Nice try. Let's see. Death marshals, here we go, are enforcers and will automatically flip an 8. Now, because he is trying to scrutinize the deception here, his scrutiny is a 2. He has flipped an 8. His cunning is a 1, which puts us at 11. Which is
Less than 13.
Which is not enough. He looks over and he tips his hat before returning to his search. But no
Quickly
sooner
brush some flames off as they fall down, but
But no sooner than they do so, he returns to the coach side. So he's actually going back to inspect the rest of the train again. But you guys hear the sounds of shouting coming from the luggage carriage.
That can't be good.
It seems to be the voice of 1 or 2 young people.
What kind of shouting? Like alarmed shouting?
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
Just quickly, but while I've got you alone, I say under my breath to Aces. I noticed that you were a mighty twitcher there. You want to tell me what's going on? Then we'll see to the shouting.
Yeah. Does Raz have like a gun pointed at him? Like,
Yeah.
like oh
Yeah,
it's like,
I'm being. I want to intimidate for sure.
yeah, we're gonna have a nice, quiet little conversation.
I can't stealth away. I can't fade into the nightmare realm. I'm here next to the guy. So, I'll have a stern look on my face for sure.
well, I think there's moments in life when it's real important to close your eyes and throw yourself backwards and have a little faith. And trust that
I have faith,
you're gonna get caught.
but I respect truth more.
Well, truth is, you know the truth, and I don't need to tell you the truth, but
You do if you want me and my man Gax. I see the writing on the wall. We're gonna walk.
well, I have been tasked with keeping all of you together and at peace, so I guess that the truth is best told then. My name is Aces Rockefeller, and I am 374 years old. And
And just before he finishes that, the door swings open from the luggage cart. There's a Neverborn in the luggage cart. There's a Neverborn. Oh my God! Oh my God! There are Neverborn on board this train. Oh, we need to tell someone.
So are other people kind of getting up and, moving that way?
No, actually, after the Death Marshal has left, there aren't actually too many other people here. There's one pair of what looks to be Southeast Asian women who don't seem to speak a lick of English, that are just sort of looking at that guy curiously, and that's about it.
I'll finish off that exchange with a knowing look.
You don't have to say it.
And then, all right.
I will quickly get up and go over to the man.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
He says, please help, help.
When did you see him? When did you see him?
But just then, he's in a barrel. He's in a barrel. He's snuck up. He's trying to get into Malifaux. We have to tell the guild.
Onto him. Michael?
Yeah?
I throw silence onto him. We don't need that information getting thrown out into the general public, I don't think. So, I believe it's a contested check.
Yes, it is. So, you will need
I
to
have to make
flip.
a target. I have a target number that I have to make.
Yes, indeed. But this is a prestidigitation, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So, ironically, because of your nightmare, you have the your manifestor. You have the sleepwalking ability, which means you automatically get the suit you need. Now you just need to hit the number.
Yeah, I just rolled. I just got a one of masks, so I got the right suit.
Do you wish to cheat?
Yeah,
It's
right,
either
fine.
that or we take care of the whole carriage.
Yeah.
The other way.
We haven't even got to the museum yet. It's like, no,
Haven't even
right,
got to the
somebody-
museum. All right. He is silenced. He reaches for his mouth and tries to speak. He doesn't, and he kind of looks in your direction. He reads the writing on the wall. He takes out his gun and he points it and pulls the trigger. And we will come back after a very short bio break, where we will stretch our legs, recompose, and then return. In the meantime, however, to our lovely audience, thank you for joining us. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy as we see some of the videos from our various sponsors and return in about 5-10 minutes. All right. See you soon. Stored Gax, the large Nephilim, inside of an alcohol barrel in the caboose. Not the caboose, the luggage cart. The rest of our group has managed to narrowly avoid the attention of a death marshal, a undead hunter, and Aces is acting particularly suspicious. Tink and Sindara have managed to evade capture by using their stealth and their guile, and a person has jumped upon the luggage cart, well, originally in hopes of trying to find some treasure, but instead found a intoxicated Gax and has rushed into the first class where everyone is, going, "There's a Neverborn! Oh my god, there's a Neverborn!" Only to have Sindara cast silence upon them. Panicked and reading the writing on the wall, this man in a manic state draws a pistol, and it makes no sound as we go into initiative, because silence, and I will read this carefully, says that the individual targeted by silence can produce no sound. This also includes anything that they're holding or wielding, such as firearms. So this is the world's most silent battle, as when you punch him, he won't make a noise. So, very surreal. So, let's get everyone to flip initiatives so we can pull together an initiative order, and then we will commence. All right.
Oh, wow.
I got so far.
9.
All right.
3.
Initiatives on here somewhere. 5 total.
Okay.
Oh, I got, modifier, so sorry.
I'm just gonna be stuck in this barrel for a bit, like literally stuck.
Okay.
Is my horn still stuck? Is there a thing, the equivalent of like taking 20? Is that in this?
Yeah,
Or
more or less.
Or I can just be like, I've been in here for long enough that I can have got my horn.
Yeah. No, look, you're strong enough that the lucidity that washes over you will inevitably allow you to free yourself.
13. That's mine.
Okay, let me just where are you? Come back. Look, I just want this to apply. Thank you. All right. Sorry, one more time. Initiative orders from everyone.
13.
13 from Razvan. We have 3 from Aces. We have 2 from Tink. We have 5 from Gax, and we have
10 from the
a glorious 10. You guys are not quick.
I am.
But I'm stuck in a barrel.
Oh yeah, but you're stuck in a barrel and you're still faster than 2 people.
And drunk. What does a drunk do in this game?
Very
So
excellent.
like a drunk condition?
There is a drunk condition.
I knew there would be.
Now, your drunk condition has excelled to 2, meaning you are now the proud owner of Intoxicated. Anyone with this condition suffers a negative flip to willpower jewels that lasts for 10 minutes. You now are also poisoned by Poisoned 1, meaning that you will take damage at the start of this round.
Cool.
Which I don't think will matter because you got regeneration, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah, that's. I'm not even gonna bother worrying about that. But you get a negative flip. On
My
your
liver's
willpower
been
jewels.
regenerating at the same time that I've been trying to kill it.
Pretty much. All right. And of course, our desperate mercenary who is aboard this this train has an initiative of 8. All right. We start with Raz.
All right, I want to plant one but right between the eyes.
All right. With your quick draw action, you draw forth your pistol. Do you draw 1 or 2?
Both. Just to be sure.
All right. That is your 0 action. Then what do you do?
Shoot, if I can.
Very well. 2 shots ring out, echoing through the first-class carriage. Flip your attack action.
All right. This is coming from the fate deck, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I
Now-
thought that the carriage was silent, but that's fine.
Oh, it was no,
Sorry,
no,
guys. Good luck,
No.
everyone.
Well, you've learned that.
I want that now.
The carriage is oh yeah, sorry, no, you're right, you're
you
right.
said at the start.
No,
that
I
it
did.
was-
I did
yeah, yeah.
absolutely say that. The carriage is, of course, silent. Yeah, so they actually can't hear you because you're shooting at this dude.
Okay, no. Yeah, because you said it behind the scenes. Like,
I
it's
did-
going to be all silent. It's like,
I did.
cool,
I
let's
did.
go.
No, that was my bad. I even
right.
mentioned it. I
Attack.
thought, yeah. Carry on. All right.
Is that a 2?
That is a. Sorry, that's a 1.
Yep. I'm gonna cheat.
Just
Very
before
well.
you do, I've actually got a special power, which is that I can put a card from my hand in the middle for anybody else to use,
Oh, that's cool.
and it's available for anybody at the table. So
I'll put my hand up.
anyone
for
who
that.
wants to use that,
So,
I
if
will.
you want to use it, you just simply need to discard a card from your hand, and you can replace the card and cheat with that 13 from
So
aces.
I get rid of 1 as well.
Yeah, you still need to discard 1, but it doesn't have
So I'll
to be
get
a
rid
high
of
one.
7.
Yeah, you can discard your
Yeah.
lowest one, and then you replace it with the 13.
Hells yeah.
All right,
I'll
done,
get rid of
done.
7.
All right, with a 13. Goodness. Hold on one moment. I've adjusted my. Sorry, There you go. Okay, look, just obey me for a little bit, please. Thank you. Okay, and that's kind of it. Okay. All right. With the what's your total value with 13?
Total value with AV would be 19.
With AV is 19. Aha, perfect. Got it. Okay.
Snaps too. There's meant to be a snapping bit around here
Yes, there is.
somewhere. Snap.
Oh, that's why, because you guys have been moving this around. There we go. I was wondering, where are my cards drifting off to? And it's like, because you're moving them around. There we go. Done. Good. Sorry, one more time, Dread.
19 with my AV.
Jeez. Okay, cool. So 19 beats their defense of 9 by 10, which is 1 margin of success. Straight flip for damage. So please flip 1 card and take whatever it is.
Hells yeah. Here we go. All right.
Hells to
Snap.
the yeah.
Boom.
No.
Oh, that is weak damage. All
I
right.
can't cheat damage, right?
You can, because this was not a negative flip.
I will cheat damage with my 13.
For real? Discard your 13. Dang. All right. You deal maximum damage. What is your severe
Right
damage?
between the eyes. That's if there's the tier, then it is 5.
Describe how you kill him.
Hells yeah. All right. I take out my pistol. I've got 2 of them. This one's known as Dark Intent, and it's going to just place one straight in the eyes. Like cloak billows back, and it's like it's a dead eye for certain. There was like, yeah, just a dead eye shot straight between the eyes, and then I'm looking around for anyone else that might be an aggressor or anything,
All right.
and then I do a flourish.
All right. You do a beautiful flourish.
Mm.
Next up is Cinderak.
Can I rush forward, grab the body, and chuck it out the window?
Yeah,
Then that's exactly what I
Sure. All right.
yeah.
All right. You hear a sickening crunch sound as the rails turn this poor person who was pretty much dead into a certain type of sashimi as they. Well done. Yeah. Okay. Meanwhile, in the cabin, you can see. Well, you can't see, but Gax, as you're kind of pulling yourself free of the barrel, There is another one of these mercenaries who's sort of propped up against the wall, hand trembling on a gun as he points towards this huge form rising up out of the vat of alcohol. No.
So have I managed to get myself loose then without an action?
Yes, correct, but it is currently its turn. As he goes, you'll never take me alive. As he takes out his sword from his hilt. It is a long Brak blade, a German type sword, and he stabs you, trying to hit you. Make your defensive duel as you are stabbed.
Defensive. I have a defense of, where is it? 2. So I'm adding 2, right?
Yep, correct. So flip and add 2.
And then I have something that adds defense for some reason that I'm trying to remember. I think it's if I'm next to 2 people. Let me check. I've got towering. No, I've got in the thick of it. While engaged with 2 or more enemies, this character increases defense by +1. Now, I definitely have double vision right now. So does that...
Nice try, but your deception will work on the characters, not on me.
Damn it. All right. Okay, then in that case, it's a +2 to whatever this is. A Joker, so a 13.
He sort of goes to... He swings at you, and literally as he hits you, the blade just bounces off you like a foam wiffle bat. Just thunk. He looks at his sword, and he looks at you, and he turns and he says, "Sorry."
Any of you go anywhere. This now's my turn.
It is actually your turn.
And then I go,
Oh god.
and I disappear back down into the alcohol for a second while I fish around for my big serrated sword. It's definitely in there somewhere. And then I come back up. Then I just take a big old swing, and I'm gonna try and cleave through all of them. All one of them.
All one of them. All right. So what you actually see is a makuhitl, a serrated, flat-edged blade that has what looks to be teeth kind of driven around the serrated edge. You thwop it down on top of this poor dude. Make your attack action.
Does this guy have any armor on? Is he armored?
No.
No. That may make a difference. What with this serrated ability?
Yes.
And also the enlarged ability. I've got here that it's a +1 to targets with no armor.
Yeah. So that's a +2 to your damage in total because he is a small unarmored person.
Yep. And then let's have a look at this. I've also got. Oh no, that's under impose actions. Impose actions. Heals the damage. Yeah, cool. I think that's it. All right. A Makuhito strike. So I need to turn over. Man, so many windows open. Tabletop. Here we go. And then flip. That's not great. Let me just check what my thing is before I decide whether to. So my attack modifier is. Where do I? Oh, there it is, 6. So I could go with an 8 and hope that's enough. If I was more familiar with this game, would I know that an 8 is likely to hit or not?
Well, the fun fact is I get to tell you exactly what you need. You need to get a 9 or higher. Sorry, you need to get a 9 or higher to hit him.
Then I will cheat in my 7 of crows then, and +3, that's a 13. Sorry, +6 is
10.
6. That makes it
Oh,
13.
+6. Yeah, that's 13. Yep. All right, easy done. With your 13, you manage to strike at him. You beat him by 4, which is only 1 success. So flip 2 cards and take the lowest.
Cool. Will do. Here we go. 7 aura, 5.
So that is weak damage. So what is your first lot of damage as your sword clangs into his shoulder and then drags across his collarbone?
That is a 4, and then I think I add the +2 to that because of the armor situation, right?
Your minimum damage is 4?
Yep, on the Makuhito because I got enlarged on it.
Oh, so then it'd be only a +1, so that'd be 5.
Oh,
that's-
it's included in it.
Yeah.
Oh no, because it's got the enlarged, which is a +1 to everything, and then it's got an extra +1 to targets with no armor. I'm pretty sure.
Ah, okay. Well, cool.
Anyway,
He-
so let's say it's 5. There you go, just to
He
be safe.
falls into 2 clean pieces as he drops to the ground. But something
And then
catches you.
I just clamber out of this barrel and just slam onto the floor on the other side.
As you do so, the alcohol spills out into the floor, and as it moves across the room, you see a small lantern being held by a trembling hand. This appears to be a woman who also appears to be a mercenary. She holds a tiny, like, sort of a Indiana Jones kind of like shoe knife kind of thing in a defensive position. She looks for an opportunity, and with you on the floor, she tries to run past you. As she goes out of the carriage, we then go to Ace. A desperate-looking woman with a sword and a lantern is running away from what you can clearly see as Gax, who is hunched over behind her.
How are those 2 other people in the carriage going?
Oh, they are alarmed. They saw Cinderax throw some dude out a window. This guy got shot. You actually see that they're turning around. They're trying to bang on the back door, but there's no sound coming from it. They're trying to wave to get the guild marshal's attention, or the death marshal's attention, but they don't seem to be able to.
Mr. Vern, I'll leave that lady to you. I'll take care of these 2. Excuse me, ladies. Excuse me. Can we come and sit down, have a chat? Everything's fine. Don't worry. I'm gonna cast Forget on them.
Okay. What do you need to flip? What's your target number?
My target number is a 10, and I need to flip a 4 to get there.
Very well. Make your flip.
Whoop.
Ooh,
That's not a 4.
that is not a 4.
That's like a 4.
Very well. All right. As you cast your spell, their eyes glow pink, and they are suddenly illuminated with your magical energies. As they dazedly talk to each other and then go back to their seat.
That's much better. Much better indeed.
Tink, it is your turn.
Okay, so is it just the woman running
Correct.
towards us now?
Correct.
Okay. Is there a way I can kind of like sneak being such a typical kind of like maybe dodging over the seats so that I can kind of get to the side of the door as she's running through it?
Which door? The door to the...
Like the door she's coming through, or she's gonna come through, because she's running. Is she running towards us?
Yeah, she's running towards you.
Yeah. So kind of basically, I would just want to kind of stab her as she comes in through the door.
Oh, yeah, sure. Not a worry.
Yeah, but I don't want her to see me, so.
Okay, make a stealth check, if you'd be so kind, as you make your way very gracefully through the weaving in and out of the seats.
Okay.
Just remember to check she might have been recently divorced.
Oh no. I am a lawful good person in real life. This feels horrible.
Yeah.
This poor lady. Alright, hey, that's pretty stealthy. That's a 15.
Very well. With a 15, she does not notice you.
Okay. I don't actually know if that gives me any bonuses.
Well, actually, it does. Because you were striking her from concealment, you get a positive flip on your attack. So you may flip twice and take the higher for your attack as you come up behind her and stab her.
Yeah. I also have this, if I'm one-on-one with a character, I gain a +1 to my final duel total.
Very well. You may increase your final duel by 1.
Excellent. Okay, so I flip 2.
Yes, please.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, an 11 and a 4. So.
And so I don't think I wrote this down on my sheet. Sorry. So is it my aspect plus the melee for the weapon?
Correct.
Okay, so in that case, it is a +5.
So that is 16. 16 versus 9. That is a straight flip. So flip one card and take the result.
Oh no, what did I do? Thank you. Is that no? That's
nope.
Oh, well, there you go.
All right, that is maximum damage.
Okay, so that is with my sword 4.
All right. You stab at her, and as you do so, blood sprays out of her chest. You withdraw your blade back, and as you do so, you bring something with you. It appears to be a silver locket. She drops to the ground with a gurgle, and the lantern smashes on the ground of the train.
All right, I'll scoop up the locket.
You do so.
Mm-hmm.
It is a beautiful ornate locket that seems to be in the shape of an ovoid. It seems to have an intricate design of vines in sterling silver wrapped around to kind of keep it locked and sealed.
Cool. All right, I'll put it in my pocket for a later examination.
Yeah. All right. And out the window.
Oh, yep.
All right. The scene is yours, and you are out of initiative. Now, at the end of every single combat, what you are able to do is you may discard any number of cards from your Hand of Fate and then redraw back up to 3.
I think I will hold on to my 9 and draw 2 more. Do I reshuffle or anything, or just leave the discards out?
Leave the discard, and you only reshuffle once you get through your whole deck. All right. Also, anyone who has taken cards from my discard pile, put them back.
Oh,
These big
God,
ones.
I don't know. Oh, the big ones.
The bigger ones, yeah, all the big ones.
Okay, I was just trying to get them out of the way.
I was like, it's like, oh, this is what happens with Tabletop Simulator. All the players are taking all my pieces and moving them around and stuff.
Players do love chaos.
Yeah.
That was a bit.
I would like to use parlor tricks, Michael, if possible,
Sure.
to clean away any evidence of blood. In the carriage.
You kind of have like this, Sailor Moon-esque wave of your hands as glittery, sparkly, soapy kind of magic cleans. Glittery, sparkly. You're using Mr. Clean as a spell.
Yeah, Mr. Sparkle. Yeah.
There's a horrible scraping noise as a clawed hand hits on the inside of the door to the cabin, and then a horn gets jammed into the doorway. It doesn't quite fit.
You better take care of that.
The metal starts to bend and twist around the
And
horns.
I just push my horn through
Dax,
instead of like
wait.
going back and back in again.
Come on. Hey.
And then I'm halfway and I've got my shoulders through, and then my sword hilt gets stuck on the doorway.
Dax, come on. This ain't the plan. Listen to me. Come on.
Someone better way. I must get them.
They've been got. We got them. All right. Okay. Come on. Let's go.
Sorry,
Turn
what was
around.
that? You ladies were telling me about the difference between that tumbleweed and the one we saw earlier?
They start speaking in Hindi. You don't speak a word of it.
Come on. I tap him on the chest. We're all gone.
They still seem to be kind of in a stupor.
I have that effect on people.
All right.
I turn around and get back through the doorway, and it's the same endeavor again on the way back through.
Yeah.
Only this time I'm only just inside the doorway when I kind of bend over and turn, so my head just slams into the wall.
All right.
I have to kind of back up.
We got to do something about this. And I
Like
point
doing a
down
3-point
to
turn with a truck in an alleyway.
I point down to the guy that's been split in half. You want to take care of that?
I pick him up.
Yep. You grab one half.
Just drop it in the barrel.
It's now in,
No.
you watch as the this very very beautiful whiskey barrel that was filled with like this high quality whiskey just suddenly turns this reddish orange.
It wasn't high quality anymore. There's about a quarter of the whiskey left, and it mostly smells like urine.
It's what we call pickled neverborn brew.
I love it.
It's the I've been drinking and relieving, and the concentration has shifted.
Right now.
So yeah,
Dax,
you grab the halves, you chuck it in, you close the barrel.
we're almost done with all this, so we're gonna need you to get back in there We'll get you out of there as soon as possible. Good job with that one.
I don't want to get stuck.
I know.
It's wet.
I know.
Slippy.
We're almost done, though.
But I'm I don't.
Look, if you want to
sit down.
if you want to slaughter everyone on this metal contraption, I'm willing, but it will bring more noise than just what's here.
I'll just for 5 more minutes.
And then I just slip myself into the barrel again.
with the halves of the corpses, with like the okay.
I'm gonna go get Sin because there's still a lot of blood here.
And now I'm basically upside down, but my head's just up against one side of the barrel and my feet are up on the other side. But there's so little whiskey left in it that it's just like up to my head.
Well, yeah. All right, you sleep, buddy. I'm gonna go to the door and just sort of gesture to Sin, respectively. Yeah.
Very well.
Very well. Room service. Okay.
There's still a bit of a mess there.
So, our heroes quickly make short work of the various criminals that reside on the trainways of Malifaux. But, of course, those criminals have learned that there is far more dangers that lurk in the shadows of Malifaux than simply thieves and brigands. Our heroes find themselves arriving at the impressive gates outside the quarantine zone, looming over the train track as they open wide, welcoming in what could possibly be their doom. Eventually, the train pulls up into a small Asian quarter known as Little Kingdom, ruled by the infamous Ten Thunders, a group of Yakuza that patrol the criminal underworld and ensure that all the black market dealings are done here and under the ignored principality of those members of the various clans of the Ten Thunders. The train whistles as it comes to a stop in the train yard. As per the norm, the carriage is disembarked by the guests. The various members of the train staff unload the very heavy, giant barrel and place it onto the collection area.
Thank you kindly, gents. Hope you didn't put your back out there.
Quite right, sir. Don't think anything of it. And as the area is cleared, you can see that there are a number of coaches for hire, one of which appears to be a familiar face to none other than Aces, a Ten Thunder gentleman who smiles with a big, puckish grin, who seems to bow deeply as he makes eye contact.
I'll return his bow and then give him a pat on the back.
Are there newsstands, Michael? Are there newspapers?
There are. There's a tiny little child who raises a newspaper high into the air. He says, and I quote, let's see. Here we go.
What does
He says, please buy a paper. It's my only source of income ever since I was turfed out onto the street after my parents got a divorce.
Damn it, you beat me to it. Yes, to that effect. He says, extra, read all about it. Serial killer found, but then killed the witnesses. Extra. Man accused of breaking down his wife's house after a after a argument over child custody. The weapon of choice was apparently a giant reel of metal.
Tell me, young boy, are you?
My name is Derek.
All right, Derek.
With a capital D. So if you want the news, you've got to get the D.
Are you happy?
I am ecstatic.
Give me one of your newspapers.
Well, I can't give you one. I mean, how am I going to make a living?
It's at that point that I would like to use terrifying.
Oh, nice.
So
it's
I'm looking at him.
Oh, it's a passive ability. There is no way that he can pause. He's just
Yeah.
He just sees tentacles reaching out to him. I take a newspaper.
You do, sir.
Good
He
luck,
does not stop
Derek,
you.
with that
Not even a
gene.
little. Just, yep. Well done, you monster.
Derek.
Nature, huh? I'm going to start reading the newspaper, looking for any articles that reference the museum, if at all.
Indeed, you do find an article that straight away catches your attention. The Museum of Malifaux has acquired a bunch of. I feel like Gax is now drowned. Just he's dead. The Museum of Malifaux has gotten a latest exhibit. It is to be broken open at the museum tonight at 6 p.m. It is supposed to be a invite-only gala featuring some of the top brass of Malifaux who are going to witness for the very first time this rare and ancient artifact said to be among the earliest dated artifacts gained from the devilish Neverborn. The magicians and the magi that work for the guild have claimed that it has power yet untold, capable of becoming weaponized for the purposes of defeating the Neverborn.
Does it by any chance list the name of the director of the museum or the leading archaeologist or anything along those lines?
It lists a curator by the name of Mr. Silas McGillicuddy.
Are there any pictures in there of like people associated with the event?
Yes, indeed. There is, of course, Mr. McGillicuddy himself, a rather rotund individual who wears a rather fancy set of clothes. You can also see that there is a very tiny, weedy-looking man who has a giant backpack and two big circular glasses.
Mr. Simon. Does he have a metallic arm?
He does indeed have a metallic arm, which he seems to mostly conceal under a under kind of like a cloak of some kind. And you can see a number of the other guild marshals and guardsmen who are in the area, kind of shaking his hand for the photo and the like.
Link, is it something that you could be, perhaps?
Well, if I can see them for a bit, I just need to like study them, you know? If I can look at them for like 10 minutes, then yeah, I could do that.
Rasvern, you are the expert in how to handle Gax by the looks of things. Once we have got the barrel within the museum, this gala seems to present us with a unique opportunity, huh?
What opportunity? The artifact that we are seeking?
It can only be the same thing, surely, that would be revealed, huh?
Yeah. So, are we the countermeasure, or are we just going to go loud and take it?
That is a question I have to ask you. I'm sure this city has got guards, police enforcement, and the like, but they will be outside protecting this important gala on the inside, huh?
Right. Okay. Well, we can make a distraction if that's what you're asking, or we can supply the muscle and the firepower. I guess what I'm trying to figure out is, are we sneaking or not? Does it matter if they know we took it?
I don't think they care who took it. Once we have it, we need an exit plan.
All right.
That is your area, or I'm assuming?
We can handle it. Yeah. Yeah.
I can.
Yeah, information guy might know a bit more. Gax and I can definitely bring the ruckus.
I'm sure I can get us into the place we need to be and find the people we need to talk to.
More about getting out of the places that we are in.
We can punch a hole through. Easy.
My friend here with the wagon could be useful for that.
Oui. In which case, then, perhaps might I suggest this plan that Link and myself attend the gala once we have managed to get the barrel into the museum as part of Simon's collection, which arrived late. We say it's part of the exhibit. I'm sure, Link, your deception, and Mr. S's, you can do the same. Convince them that the barrel is part of the display and leave it there. Perhaps this is an option. Then Link and I attempt to take this box whilst there is a distraction caused by Mr. Rasver and Gex. At which point we get the box, we get out of the museum through a back route, which hopefully we will have sourced whilst taking the barrel into the museum. At which point we alight upon your carriage and ride for the gates. Or for the train, I would hope. That seems to be an easier way to enter and exit the city, huh?
Well, trains only leave at specific times. That might be slightly more troublesome, but I'm sure that we can accommodate something with our friends here. Mr. Mariata is my associate, and he may well be able to help us out.
But surely it is simply a question of planning our kepper at exactly the same time as the train is about to depart, huh?
Yes, of course. I was musing that perhaps we might be able to go and investigate the museum now, which would likely be closed in preparation for the gala. And well, if this artifact is being unboxed for the first time tonight at 6 p.m., I guess only a few people would probably know what that box looks like, and we have a box.
Oui.
And yeah, I'm wondering if maybe those two things could be exchanged along the way.
Very well. So let us attempt to get this box into the museum one way or another. Link, if you could be either Simon or the curator. I assume the curator will be busy with final preparations for this gala, or he's trying to raise money, support from the rich folk. I would imagine that Simon might be hanging around the artifact, which is about to bring him all of his fame. He was bragging about it in that ridiculous town that we were in recently. So he is obviously important, self-important, I should say. We get in, we place the barrel at the appropriate time, just before our train is about to leave. That is when Gax emerges. Rasvern, you sure
Gax, are you having this discussion in anywhere earshot of the barrel?
Yeah, I would
assume it'd be round.
I
the
assume it's
barrel.
next to us, right? Yeah, like
Yeah.
we're.
So I heard Gax emerges, and the top comes poof off the barrel.
I look around. Has anyone noticed?
You turn around. Only Mr. Moriata has noticed. He looks and he simply just waves an eyebrow. He then takes a few moments and he actually gestures with a clothed hand. And as soon as that happens, from nearby, all of a sudden, these strange performers rush out with instruments, large fireworks, and what appears to be a lion dog being dragged in like a big float kind of between you and what is the majority of the crowd.
Nice.
I just kind of like push the edge of the barrel so it completely rocks over, and I just come like roly-poling out of it.
All right. Looks like the Gax is out of the barrel now.
Oh, what are we killing?
As always, Mr. Mariota, you have provided excellently for my needs. I was wondering if perhaps you might be able to accommodate us a bit further vis-a-vis the size of the carriage in which we find ourselves requiring.
But of course, you have been a great sponsor to our organization, and while we may not particularly share the same ideals, your unique perspective has been quite useful to the Ten Thunders. If it is a bigger carriage you seek, then this can be provided. But in return, we have a gift that needs to be given to the curator of the museum. If you would be so kind as to deliver
Well,
it.
you know I am the given type.
He bows at you and he simply hands you an envelope.
I slip it into the pocket of my duster.
He bows it again.
Wait patiently for a carriage to arrive.
I have a new suggestion. In terms, since Gax is out of the barrel, I would simply suggest that we ride up to the front of this museum right now. Gax, Rasvern, maybe even you, Mr. Aces, create as much noise as possible outside of the museum. Link and I sneak in, grab the box in the confusion, and we get out as fast as we can.
All right, let's go
Make
loud.
lots of noise.
Lots of noise.
It-
Let's bring a ruckus.
Now, I like a little ruckus as much as the next person, but I would be a little concerned with the fact that we are not already standing outside that museum. There's a fair chunk of distance between here and there, and, well, there's quite a few guards in this city.
Only once we are there, huh?
Yeah. Just a
I
little
thought-
bit longer, Gax.
I thought you wanted me to come out when we were in the museum.
That would be best, but you are out now, huh?
Why did you get me to come out now?
We did not get you to come out now.
The words were spoken, Gax, but they were not intended for now.
I believe I would like to recall
jumped the
for both
gun.
of you the shipping incident earlier today. Similarly, you have misunderstood one another again, and that has led to the Gax being out of the barrel.
Gex walks over to the barrel and like writes it, and then just like again crawls in headfirst into the barrel again.
All right, back to first plan. Let's take this carriage and go, huh?
Sin must be so frustrated.
Tink, you in this interim,
lid back on.
is your character hungry?
Sure.
Very well. Nearby, you can see that there is a small street vendor. They appear to be burning what looks to be some sort of tiny poultry. As they do so, they seem to put them on skewers, cover them in honey, little sprinkling of cheese, and then grilling it on a open charcoal flame.
Sounds good. I'd say by this time I'm probably back in my just whatever, like my standard nondescript, very easygoing identity, and yeah, I'll stroll over.
Nice. A small girl hands you a tiny skewer. Here you go, ma'am.
I'll take it and like just inhale it in like one motion. It's very out of character for what I look like, and I'll flip some money.
Thank you, miss. Now I can pay my way in the orphanage. You see, I was recently deported from my hometown after my parents got divorced.
I just walk away while she's talking.
I was wrong.
Bless
We
you,
hadn't
mister.
seen the full arc.
Bless you,
There
mister.
are so many layers.
As soon as you walk away, she turns to leave, and suddenly two big tattooed Asian men sort of look at her, and we pan away from that scene.
Oh boy.
Gex reemerges from the top of the barrel and uses his massive serrated sword to like stab fish at the body parts that had fallen out when all of the rest of the contents did.
Yep.
He wants them back in now because he was snacking on them before.
Yep.
It tracks.
Yeah.
Skewers the torso and brings it back in again. It's already had all of the fingers on one hand removed and up to the forearm on the other. And he just like, and then puts the lid back down on the barrel as he goes through. And there's a sickening as something snaps from inside.
So Gax returns to his barrel of viscera, and and the rest of you, using the wagon, take it towards the museum. It is a long.
I might peckish myself after watching both of you.
Along the way, you see another couple of Ten Thunders people trying to sell boxes to you guys as you are on the wagon. Each of these are filled with different fried, like sort of fried rice dishes, some, donburi, kind of like all these like really lovely Asian dishes kind of get pulled off to the side. They kind of wave and sort of shout out prices at you. As you make your way through the town, some of you, of course, eating lunch, some of you drinking, some of you focused on the task at hand, you see and pass a number of guild guardsmen armed to the teeth with a variety of various firearms. Gax, you are in the wagon on the back in the giant barrel. It lists from like side to side. I need another carouse check from you.
All right, here we go. Where's my character sheet? There it is, behind the core rulebook. Carouse is still a 0. Keep forgetting what it is.
If you need it, I've left a red 7 out there in the middle for everyone's
Thank
use.
you very much. Thank you very much. I will see if I need it. I don't have to say before I flip or anything.
No.
Cool. 8. I will not take the 7. Plus 0. Do I? Is this again that I get to know what the DC is?
Yes, the DC is a 8.
Sweet. I'm making it. I'll save it as is.
Very well. All right. The barrel rocks back and forth, but you manage to maintain your composure as the group pulls out the front of what appears to be a beautiful and opulent-looking museum. Out the front, it seems to be it seems to kind of appear very much like the like kind of what you would imagine a like kind of the Egyptian-styled museums to look like, with various stairs leading up to a tiny structure at the top. There are big billboards and signs. Exhibit now the artifacts from deepest Malifaux. As you arrive and can see in front of you, the area is currently closed for an event, and red velvet rope seem to tie around the entranceway, preventing most of the onlookers from entering. There are no guards, there are no civilians within the actual compound that isolates the museum at all, as your wagon pulls to the one side.
Are there any guards on the gate?
Nope.
All right. We've all got our roles.
Okay,
I'm
so
not
which?
one for... Go ahead.
Sorry. I was just gonna say, which plan are we going with?
So we are going to get the barrel inside the museum, huh?
Yeah, I think that's what we're doing.
It does seem like we've shown up with a barrel on a day when there's things arriving and being unloaded.
But of course, this is Simon as a last order, which was not on the previous trend due to a mishandling of the cargo. You know what it's like out in those rural towns. They can't do anything right, even marriage. And so we are bringing it here so that the curator, Mr. McGillicuddy, can have it for the demonstration. It's very urgent that they get this. If they don't get it, it's not our problem. We don't care. We leave the barrel outside. But
That's
it's
a
not
good
our
one.
fault.
Who's doing all the talking?
You said a mouthful. Just need to say it to the right people.
Ali, but that is where Link comes in case we don't get any traction. If you could perhaps look like this Simon fellow and wave us in, that would be very useful.
Mm-hmm.
There's no guard on the gate, I believe.
Hey, psst, hey.
Yeah,
That's what you are, huh?
Am I pretending to be whiskey?
Not whiskey. You were pretending to be rocks.
Rocks.
Very heavy, quiet rocks.
When am I not being rocks anymore?
You know the code words, the one we usually use, ruckus.
Oh yeah.
Someone says ruckus, you go loud.
Good. Yeah, gotcha.
Right.
Okay, I'll be rocks.
Rocks.
What I find most
Remember,
ridiculous is that you cannot poison yourself with alcohol.
Can you repeat the word to me, Gax, just quickly so I understand that you know it?
Rocks.
No, not rocks. Ruckus.
Ruckus.
Not rocks. I have to be very clear here. We need another. Okay. Cucumber.
Cucumber.
That's the word you need to say, okay? Cucumber. All right. You got it? You got it. All right.
Cucumber.
Quiet rocks until you hear the word cucumber. That's your cue. That's it. All right.
All right.
All right.
I give them the word, the keyword, the phrase. Cucumber.
Excellent.
No one say it out aloud.
No.
Rain starts to drizzle down upon the courtyard here.
Let's get this barrel going. Come on.
All right, I'll get out and open the gate so that we can wagon in.
Excellent.
I'm chewing on my cigar.
And tactfully close it behind us.
All right.
Yeah.
Entering the compound, you drive through the rain towards the entrance. There, you eventually have enough room to disembark and take the barrel containing Gax up towards the museum. Tink, what I require from you is a notice check, if you'd be so kind.
No worries. That will be okay. So it's only a 6.
You can take this 7 if you want it. If you want.
Oh,
to just-
okay.
Or you can cheat one of your own.
You have to discard a
Maybe
card to take the 7.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll discard my. Oh no, I put it in my own.
Mhm.
Yep. And I'll take the 7.
All right, very well.
So that'll be a 10.
Very well. A 7 is used, which makes you a 10, which is fine. You notice that there are no guards stationed anywhere, but there is this faint, like, smudging... Okay, so when you look at some of the puddles here, it seems to have almost a rainbow gloss kind of over the water. You have a moment where you reach down, you kind of touch it, and you feel there's oil.
Okay. And is it like just everywhere,
It,
or just?
it seems to be leading up the stairs and towards the museum.
Okay. All right. I'll yeah, I guess I'll keep that knowledge and I'll head up. I just want to keep an eye out then for like anything else that might explain where it's come from.
Very well. Upon entering the museum, you see yourself in a large and opulent room filled with glass cabinets and beautiful portraits along every single wall. In the center of the room is a very, very large metallic structure, at the base of which appears to be a small plinth with a very unique-looking stone box with the visage of a Neverborn's skull, very similar to Gax's, emblazoned in the stone itself. Next to the metal contraption appears to be a very thin, gangly young man who seems to be talking into what seems to be a receiver. He says, "Yes, no, I know. I'm sorry, but there's not much I can do. Look, I know I shouldn't have done what I did. I didn't mean for that man to get divorced. I was never to know that she was married. I was going to be famous. How was I supposed to know she'd run away?"
All connected.
Pardon me, kind sir.
Look, I'll have to call you back, okay? He basically hangs the this little receiver thing back on the on this thing. The museum is closed, sirs. I'm afraid we're preparing for an event this evening. Are
We
you the
actually have
caterers?
a late delivery for your event this evening.
Oh, sure. Oh, of course. I think the service
We are
entrance
the caterers. Yes, that's quite correct. We are here to cater to all of your needs, desires.
As you can see, we brought our professional chef. He is from a nation full of professional chefs.
Are you French?
Yes.
Ah, I hear that France has some of the best chefs. Can you make cheese toasties? That's an Aussie
Would
joke
you
for
like a cheese toasty?
Revel.
you. What about fairy bread? I don't think this gala is going to really be top notch unless we have some fairy bread.
We have barrels that will spoil in this miserable rain outside. They must be brought in immediately.
Oh,
if we
okay,
want the
yes,
food
sorry,
to
sorry.
survive.
Yeah. Sure. Service entrance is just around back.
Service entrance? My food does not go through service entrances.
Oh.
My food is very, very important.
Oh, okay. Well, there's no need to cause a ruckus.
Why do you say that?
One
particular
of
word?
the rocks in the barrel shifts and hits the side.
Oh God, don't do it.
All right.
I'm going to quickly skirt up next to Simon as fast as I can and whisper into his ear.
What?
You should know that my assistant, he is very, very, very sensitive about a particular vegetable. You must never mention its name. It is, if you mention it, he will lose everything he was recently. Someone caused his family to divorce. And it's very sensitive about that whole matter. So just do not ever mention anything that's long and green. And don't say that word out aloud, okay?
Oh, okay.
Good. We'll put the barrel over there, yes? And then we serve from it. It's a
Yeah,
beautiful
yeah.
rustic idea, huh?
Yes, of course, of course. I'll just need to take care of a few other things. Please just set up as you need. All right. He
While
leaves
this
you.
is
Oh, sorry, go on. No,
I was
you
gonna
go.
say, while this is happening, I want to like scope out the box and the situation and like the entrances and the exits and
Beautiful.
get a feel for the room.
Let's give you. I'll give you a couple of choices here. You can choose to make a engineering check if you wish to scope out the lay, and this goes to everyone. You can make an engineering check to scope out the lay of the land. You may make a you can make a scrutiny check. Thank you. A scrutiny check if you wish to just sort of examine this poor individual. You may make a lockpicking check if you wish to examine the stand where the box is currently being held. You can make either a engineering or a blacksmithing check in order to examine the large machine that is in the room as well.
Just for my understanding, was I staying outside of the museum? Am I currently off scene, or am I in with everyone?
You're in with everyone.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. As a half-blooded Nephilim, you only really have minor appearances of a full Nephilim.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. I will lockpick if possible.
Yeah,
Very
I'll
well.
do luck picking as well.
I'm going to scrutinize this chap, see what we can find out.
Very well. And Cinderak?
You think I would fill my mind with stupid things like engineering and lockpicking? I do not need to lockpick. I go where I choose.
Very well. All right, what do we get?
I got a total 17.
Got a total of 7.
All right.
I have a joker. What is that? Is
Ooh.
Oh,
What color is it?
no.
that bad?
It's super bad.
black.
All right. In the game of Through the Breach, the Black
no.
Joker represents incredibly bad luck. It is the closest thing to a fumble that one can get within this game.
Come on.
So, with your lockpicking check, you can tell that that there is actually pressure sensors and even thermal sensors to anyone who gets too close or near the glass. This being said, Tink, you examine it by touching the glass.
I'm literally the worst at what I do.
And what you do
Excuse me.
Where in this equation am I when this happens?
You are both next to the glass object, and with, of course, the engineering check. Was that the engineering check with the 7?
No, that was the scrutinize with the 7.
Oh, scrutinize with the 7. You can tell that this man has, even though he's very, very proud and he's kind of like all dressed up in his very nice clothes for tonight, his mind is elsewhere. He sits there and quietly thinks to himself, "Oh, what have I done? Oh, Anna Marie, you don't deserve this. You deserve better. If only I hadn't come into your life." Meanwhile,
Tink, turn into a child now.
all
Too
of a
busy
sudden,
touching the glass.
Quick.
okay, let's see if this works. I do apologize. I have no idea how loud this is going to be. All right.
That sounds great.
Good. Rising from the mechanism is, of course, a immense and monstrous sight. A creature that is quite large in size and stature.
Cucumber.
Yeah.
Cucumber.
All right.
Newcomer!
This creature is called a peacekeeper. A huge monstrosity that has 4 legs, is about the size of Gax, has a giant harpoon with a chain
no.
attached to it, and as you touch the glass, starts to spew forth blackened smoke, oil, and fire.
The most beautiful thing I have ever seen.
It is quite a marvel.
There is a serrated, extremely large, heavy blade comes splintering out of the barrel at the top, and then just like a chainsaw that's just got static blades, and yet cuts just as effectively. The side of the barrel just splits open, and Gax just, and as he stands up, there's a crick sound because he's been stooped over in this goddamn barrel for so long.
Warning! Cucumber.
Hostilities detected. Engaging kill mode.
And I start off running towards this thing.
And it starts running towards you.
And I back away.
This is like Godzilla versus like Mecha Godzilla as they hit each other.
My head goes down.
Head
my
to head.
horns come out. It's gonna get that stupid anime clash in the middle.
All right. Would everyone please flip for initiative? Now, for our fans back at home, this creature is known as a peacekeeper. It is one of the toughest machines that is known to the guild. Yeah, pretty much as the name implies, there is very few people that stand and fight against such a creature.
I'm one of them.
All right. So, Raz, what do we get?
Good.
Oh, so sorry. Yep. I got a 12, and my initiative is a 4, so that'll be a 16.
Nice. All right, Tink.
12.
All right, very nice. Gax.
11 total.
Very nice. All right. Aces.
I've got a 10.
And Cinderak.
13.
Holy moly.
13. Wow.
So we got 16, 13, 12, 11, 10.
Yep.
Much better than last time.
And our Peacekeeper will go on an initiative of 8.
Haha.
So it will go dead last. All right, Raz, you are up first.
All right, drawing both my awesome clockwork. No, I said daggers. I mean revolvers. I'm gonna pinpoint where I want to shoot most below the head and the eyes, and I'm gonna.
All right, but as you do so, such is the rumor and nature of the Peacekeeper. When you target it, you must make a horror jewel, for it is terrifying to behold.
All right, I try and steal myself.
Make a willpower jewel with a target number 12.
Okay.
Wait, I just want to ask a point of order here. A giant machine is more terrifying than a giant demon covered in human entrails and his own urine. I'm not seeing this exactly.
All right, would you like me to read through its protocols?
No.
Oh, good. Basically, it slices, it dices, it makes chili and fries.
I
want
did
chili and
draw
fries.
a 4, but I'm going to cheat.
Ooh, very nice.
12, which will make my will will go to a 15 then.
Beautiful. All right. With that, you may now target it as you take your first shots.
All right, here we go. 7, plus a 6, so 13.
All right, with a 13, as you fire at the creature, its AC is only 10. However, it is also hard to wound, meaning you flip an additional negative when dealing your damage because you only beat it by, what was it, sorry, 17?
I rolled a 13, so sorry.
13. So, because you get a negative flip, you get an additional negative, meaning you flip 3 cards and take the lowest.
Oh boy. Okay. So drawing 3.
Correct.
I got a 4 is the lowest.
All right, that is weak damage, which brings us to
2.
which it has armor 2, reducing your damage by 2, but to a
Yikes.
minimum of 1. So,
Alright.
you fire at this thing.
So I have a pistol trigger tome. That's if I draw tomes, right?
That'll be on your attack. Yeah,
Talent. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Because I got something here that says ignore armor,
that'd be fantastic. But yes.
but I don't have it. Okay. Cool.
All right. So, as it ricochets off the armor. Now that's just your first action because it's a 0 action to draw. You do have another shot if you want to take it.
I'm going for it. Right for the eyes.
All right.
Is it another willpower?
Yes, another willpower involved.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
13.
Beautiful.
Plus
All right, make your
3,
attack.
Which will be a 16, and it's the same with the. I draw 3.
No. That was your willpower to actually target it.
Oh, it's a target. So this is the attack now. Yeah.
Now this is the attack. Yeah.
Okay, cool. 8.
Plus
Plus 6, so
14. Beautiful. Flip 3, take the lowest as you again manage to hit it along its massive iron sides.
All right, so I'm drawing the last. Oh no, that's sorry. Actually, there's only 3 left, so yeah, I'll be drawing all 3 of them.
All right. 1,
Lowest
2.
out of them will be 5 of tomes.
Okay, so that is yet
And-
another 1 point of damage.
Now, because I drew a tome, do I get to activate my talent now?
Only if you draw it for your attack.
Oh, for the attack. Okay.
Yeah, but because we have reached the end of the deck and I have to reshuffle, everyone gets to draw 1 card from your twist deck.
Oh yeah, cool. 'cause
And
you take my
discard a
attack.
card at the same time, Michael? Or is it just we
Nope,
have-
you just draw 1.
I get to draw 2.
I'm missing a card. Who stole it? Is that one?
There's one over here.
That 7's mine.
Oh, that one's it? Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. No, that's not it.
Whose is that?
Is it
One
this
moment.
one here?
No.
I don't think I've got any over here.
There we go. Found it.
Oh, this is mine.
There we go. That 7's there if anyone needs it, by the way.
Okay.
Was that a different 7? Because that was used.
Yeah, I think I used that one, didn't I?
Oh, did you use that 7? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I'll
think
take
so.
that away.
For the notice check.
All right, there we go.
In that case, this Jack's here if anyone needs it.
All right. Very well. All right. Done. All right.
One round.
Done.
All right. Next up is. Let's see who's next on our list. That is Cinderak.
I'm going to teleport the box into my hands.
How are you now?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm going to try and do.
Very well. As you focus and concentrate your magical energies, you use your prestidigitation. Make the flip. Oh, damn. Yeah.
Well,
Nice.
The box disappears from inside the, Sorry, what was that?
18.
Yeah. You get it, guy. It's got no willpower. It's a box. It disappears. And as it does, it appears in your hand. It's a little heavier than you thought it was, but you now possess the box.
Au revoir. I run for the door.
All right, you run for the door. You will take 2 rounds to get to the end, to the door's entrance. As we now go to Tink.
Cool. So I am probably right next to this thing, right? Since
Uh,
I would touch the glass.
Oh yeah. You're like right there.
All right. I guess I'm gonna try and stab it with my knives. Because that seems like a thing. All right. Oh, do I need to make a thingy to see if I can attack it?
Do you have terrifying by any chance?
Do I have terrifying?
Yep.
No, I don't think so.
Very well. Then yes, you will need to make a willpower duel as you try to stab
Oh,
it.
what did I do? Is that what I drew? I think so. That's not great. It's a 6.
A 6 is not a 12.
Okay, I'll spend my 10
Very well.
to make it a 12. Yeah.
Then you may attack as your blade swings. You need to get a 10 or higher.
Okay. Oh God, why do I keep doing that?
It's very acrobatic. There you go.
There we go. So 10. Okay.
All right. With a 10 plus your attack is.
That is 15.
All right, that is a negative flip with an additional negative. So flip 3, take the lowest.
Oof. Oh God, sorry.
All right, I'll forgive you. Everyone gets 1.
Ah, no.
No, perfect.
Okay.
So
no.
that is
So 6.
lowest is 6, so that's medium damage.
Okay, so that will be sorry, I keep getting away from it.
Don't say 3.
Where's my weapon?
Did I hear that everyone gets 1?
No, everyone gets 1, as in everyone gets 1 chance to mess up.
Yeah,
and
Medium
then
damage.
Okay, cool.
I come down on them.
It is 3.
It's 3. All right. Well,
Yes.
with armor reducing it by 2, that goes down to 1 point of damage.
Wow.
You do have a second attack though.
Yes, that's right. So I'm gonna try attack again. Do I make another willpower?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it here so I don't stuff it up again. Okay, that's not that great. It's a 5. No, 7. So it's not a 12. Alright. I think I'm just gonna have to leave it at that. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it.
Very well. Gax, it is your turn.
Get him, fella.
So in all of the time rocking around in the barrel a million years to get here, the helmet that he's wearing is definitely fallen off. So he runs at this robot creature that's looking around the room at all of the different hostiles that it's encountering, and he just grabs it by the head, the want of a better word, the sensory part of the robot, and he turns it and forces it to look into his eyes, and he says,
I'm your biggest threat here. Look at me.
and I'm going to do my impose ability, and I have, because of the horns, I have a +1 to intimidate, and because of my where is it? Because of my imposing mass, I have a +1 flip,
Damn. All right. So flip. So
and because of my towering figure, I've got another +1 to the final dual total of any impose actions.
okay. Do you have terrifying by any chance?
I don't know. I don't think I've got the tag terrifying anywhere.
All right. So you'll need to make a willpower duel as you target him with your terrifying, as you target him with your imposition.
Cool. Willpower, thankfully for me, is a negative flip because I'm drunk.
Yeah. No, that's great.
I don't know if I, like, as you said, I'm stage 2 drunk at first. Like, I initially drank
correct.
most of it.
Yeah.
Is that, when do they normally
Oh,
go down?
yeah. Stage 2 is always at 1. Sorry. Flip negatives is always at stage 1.
At stage 1 it is.
Yeah,
So even
yeah.
if I had gone down to stage 1, it's not.
Yeah.
not
So
changed.
flip 2, take the lowest, and that is your willpower.
I'll grab this guy. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna get a, what's that? An 8, or so I'll take the 8. 8 plus my willpower. Let me check what that is. My willpower would be a 4, so 12. Do I get to know what that's?
Yeah, it's 12. 12 is what you needed.
Sweet. And is there any benefit to me exceeding with a margin?
Nope. It just means that you now get to make your imposing check. So flip 2, take the highest.
Cool. Back over to tabletop. Flip 2, take the highest. Here we go.
Nice.
An 8 or a 3. So I'll take the 8.
Okay.
And then plus.
With the that's fine. With the 8,
5.
you have imposed on him, meaning he will take a negative flip on any duel he makes against anyone except for the Titan Gax in front of him.
Now, you said that these being like NPCs, they don't actually flip. How does
Correct.
negative flips work for them?
If they have a negative flip, then they take a penalty. So do they have a negative flip?
Cool. I'm just saying, like,
in
they
future
will
if
have
there's
a
a
negative
contest.
flip if they
Yeah.
have a
Ah, yeah,
contested
yeah.
duel.
Well, it's more like it's
Yeah, I need to
reversed,
know
so
how that works.
it's a positive for you instead of a negative for them.
Right, gotcha. So that was my first of 2 actions, right? Is that a
Yep,
thing?
that's correct.
Cool. And with the other one, after I've just forced its head to look at me, I'm just gonna bring it. I say, "I'm your biggest threat," and then I raise my head back, and I'm just gonna bam headbutt him as hard as I can with my horns. And I'm gonna use pugilism.
Nice. All right. Now, first of all, you need to make the terrifying duel.
Cool. So that's every time. It's like Sanctuary, is it?
Correct.
Cool. Terrifying duel is either a 2 or a 2.
Boy.
At least I got rid of both 2 of the 2s, guys. I'm gonna cheat.
You cannot cheat on a negative flip.
Oh, because it's a negative
Yeah.
flip.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
So you go to headbutt it, but as you do so, your instincts kick in and tell you not to, which is actually quite good, as the first thing that it then does is start to wind up what looks to be a flamethrower in the back of its throat. But it is Ace's turn before then.
What is this peacekeeper armed with, apart from a flamethrower right now?
Flamethrower, mechanical claws, heavy chain harpoon, an overdrive protocol that allows it to attack multiple times in a round, as well as advanced healing and repair protocols that allow it to restore any critical effect damage it takes.
Sounds like plenty. All right, I'm going to cast self-harm on it. Which will cause it to use its own weapons on itself. That will require me to get a 12.
Yep, so you need the willpower jewel first.
The willpower jewel.
Yep, that's fine.
Looks alright to me.
That looks great.
Alright, and pulling for my spell. A 5 is enough. And I can change the suit to Ravens, which is a success.
Alright. Very well. He self-harms, meaning he hits a 14 to his defense of 10, which is at a negative flip. Which means, and he's also in two negative flips, so he will take 3 damage straight up into his head.
Did he just harpoon himself?
Yeah, if you want him to harpoon himself or
I think that's great.
Yeah.
Harpoon yourself, buddy.
Very well.
Oh, like I'm really reeling back to headbutt him, and just as I'm about to drive his head in, his like mouth opens up in a flamethrower kick, and I'm like, whoa! I pull back. You see that, and you just tell him to close his mouth.
Oh well, instead of closing his mouth,
flamethrowers inside his own mouth.
Yeah, the harpoon just impales the mouth shut.
Yeah.
Yep. With my other action, I'm gonna very calmly walk over to the human chap, Simon.
Simon, yeah.
Simon.
My friend, I need a favor from you. I'm gonna cast mind control on him.
Stay back. Stay back.
I require you to take this here letter, go and find the curator, deliver that to him, and reassure him that absolutely nothing is wrong for the gala tonight.
Oh, well, don't worry about the mind affecting spell, because as soon as you hand the letter to Simon, the letter transforms, folding outwards into what appears to be a paper origami person. And in a flash of paper and razor-sharp ninja moves, there is just a sudden spurt of blood, and Simon's head falls to the ground.
Oh.
It then
Poor Simon.
ignites and disappears.
Well, that was not what I intended for this evening.
Whoops.
There might be a problem at the gala now.
We may possibly be caught or revealed at this point. I mean, just maybe. All right.
Nah, I think we can fight our way out.
Fine.
Totally. All right, the Peacekeeper gets a turn. And it says in a clear, bold voice, exterminate! Exterminate! Oh yeah, it is going to try. And okay, so it is going to use its mechanical claws on Gax. So because Gax has used the impose action, he cannot. Well, he can target other people, but he doesn't want to. So Gax, make a defensive duel, please. Your target number is 15 or higher.
15 or higher. All right, we got this. Here we go. We're gonna get a 15 or higher. That is not good, so I will cheat in my 13.
All right.
With which my +2 defense gets 15, yo.
Nice. It slams the first hand into the ground, cracking the earth and the dirt behind it.
Knock it aside.
Oh yeah, it falls to one side. With its second attack, it raises its other hand and brings it down for its second attack. Second verse, same as the first.
I think I'll keep that 1 because I don't have 2 13s to cheat in.
Do you? Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh wait, no, because that'll mean it gets like margins or something, right?
Correct. Ideally, you want to lower the amount of margin so that it doesn't hit you with what is currently a plus flip.
The margins are like +6 or something every time.
Yes, correct.
Cool,
So-
cool. I'll cheat in. I'll cheat in this jack, my jack.
Very well. So what does that put your total at?
So that takes me to a 13 total.
Okay. He flips a negative flip, which would indicate a medium damage, plus a critical strike, which is 5 damage.
I have something for that, don't I? But I did. No, 5 damage. I can take it.
All right. A fist slams into you. And then a third attack from its flurry ability.
It has 3 attacks.
It does. This one, however, does not go for you. This one is a harpoon gun, which aims from its shoulder towards Cinderak.
Oh, no.
The look on Guy's face. All right. Flip me a defensive duel. You need to get a 12 or higher.
And it's got a negative flip, so guy has a positive.
Guy has a positive flip.
Okay, cool.
Actually, 2 positive flips.
2 positives.
So flip 3, take the highest. Don't get a black joker. And by that I mean get a black joker.
Get a red joker would be great.
You're not doing
Come on. Oh, God, that card went away. Come
There you
back
go.
here. Oh.
Fling cards
Card
all over
wars.
the place.
Oh!
Yes.
There it is.
15.
All right. The harpoon
Hey.
streams towards you, and as it does, you duck, and you feel a part of your hair kind of get shaved off the side of your head as it lands in the stone next to you and rips up a chunk of the tile.
That was my favorite tentacle, you bastard.
All right. That is all the Peacekeeper can do, unfortunately. Back to the top of the round. Raz, it is your turn.
All right, seeing the harpoon fly and collide with the wall, definitely missing Cinder. I'm gonna aim up by Axe's head and aim for the eye once again.
As you aim your gun upwards, instead of the eyes, you notice something else. A large chandelier that seems to be made up of dinosaur bones. Specifically, the dinosaur bones of what looks to be a Tyrannosaurus Rex, suspended in the air.
Oh, this is too good to not do. Shoot that instead.
All right, make your attacks as you... there they are.
All right, here we go. Now I have to make the will, right?
Nope.
Because I'm attacking the T-Rex. Yes.
Correct.
Okay, cool. All right.
Go.
3 tomes for the first one. With my 6, that'll make it a 9.
Perfect. One of the chains snaps. You see the whole thing lurch down.
All right, one more.
All right, make your attack.
Reaching for my dice. I'm not using my dice. I'm using cards. There it is.
Move that deck back. I'm
Man.
not touching it.
Here.
No, it's over here. It's over here. It's over. No,
Over there?
here.
Is it not over here?
Oh, don't you get me started.
It's there? Okay. I got it. All right, 10. 16.
All right, very good. With a 16, the entire structure comes crashing down. It lands on the top of the Peacekeeper. Flip me a straight card if you'd be so kind.
All right. I did it again. That's a 4.
That is weak damage. You can cheat it if you'd like.
I'm going to cheat it with my jack.
All right, that is max damage. That is 8 points of damage. It's got an armor of 2, so that is 6 points of damage, and it is pinned.
Flee, mesdames et messieurs.
Axe! Finish it! All right, that's my turn.
All right.
We'll wait until Gax can respond.
We then go to Cinderak.
Ah, oui, monsieur. Do they look like they're gonna run away from this scene, or does our gunslinger and demons seem like they're into finishing this beast.
Gax and Raz seem like they're very into it. Aces and Tink, what's the impression that your guys kind of seem to give?
Probably going to run, because I would just like stabbed it with my tiny knife and it did nothing.
Very well.
Yeah.
Very well. That's the impression.
I'm giving the
Cinder
impression
gets.
of a man who has made a mistake and is trying desperately to find a quick solution.
Trying to put the head back on. It's okay. It's still
Just
good.
tape him back
It's
up.
fine.
You could try to get the ashes if you'd like, or even if or you can
okay.
search his body and steal whatever he's got on him.
That's
You know,
cool.
number of stuff you can do.
Disintegrated. Okay, cool.
All right, then that's fine. I will just continue to run towards those doors as fast as I can.
Very well. It'll take you a double move to run, and as you do so, you get to the entrance where you see a row of guild guardsmen aiming their gun towards the entrance, lined up in a two-line platoon.
Amateurs.
But that's all you
I
can do
don't
this
have-
round.
There's nothing else I'm going to do this round yet.
No.
Yeah.
All right. We then go to Tink.
Have I seen the guards outside, or am I
not
seeing
yet.
that yet? Okay, in that case, I'll use an action to turn into Simon, in case it's useful later. And then, yeah, with a horrible sucking sound. And then I will start running after Sin.
All right.
And I'll be like, you guys got this, right? Cool. I'll see you out there.
All right. We then go to Gax. Gax, the creature is trying to stand up, but the weight of the T-Rex seems to keep it somewhat pinned.
Yeah, so it came at me with like one of its attacks, and I knocked it to the side, and then as I'm sort of coming back round with that, the fist cracked right across the face and broke my cheekbone and jaw, completely dislocated. And then I look up, and just as I hear Raz shouting, "Finish him!" So I look up, and my eyes are kind of in different directions. This one's bulging out from the broken jaw, the broken cheekbone behind it, and then I just kind of boom, palm myself in the face.
That's not how medicine works.
And it seems like it is, because I've got regenerate, so
Oh yeah, it's true.
it smacks me in the cheekbone and it pushes it back into place. The jaw's still dislocated, but the cheekbone fixes itself. And so I go, and I reach down and I grab my, looking at its heavily armored body, I think, serrated blade should cut through that nice and easy. So I pick up the Makuahital, and I'm gonna take a strike at it. Do I still
Alright.
need to do the wisdomy thing?
Yeah, you still need to do the terrifying challenge.
Here we go.
Which, by the way, because you've got hit in the face, you no longer have a negative flip to. Because you are now sober.
It sobered me up. With
It
the
definitely
regeneration
sobered you up.
ability. So flippity dip. That's going to be a 9. Wait, plus my willpower, which is a 4. 13.
Success! You may make your attack.
Strike it.
You get a positive flip because he is prone.
Oh, nice. 6 or a 13 plus
Regret.
my modifier is going to take it to a 20.
With a 20, you beat it by enough for a straight flip. So flip 1 card. Oh, sorry, no, because it's still hard to wound. So flip 2, take the lowest.
Hard to wound. Wait, I saw that tag and I saw something. I don't know if I took it though. So many things that it's a relatively new game for me. I definitely saw something that said can ignore hard to wound. Maybe that's something that comes.
I think
later.
it's your talent, maybe, because I have it ignore armor, but I have to get a certain thing on a roll.
Right. Yeah. Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Ah well. I will say that I don't have it.
All right.
So I'm flipping 2. Did you say?
Flip 2, take the lowest.
So that's going to be a 5 or a 13.
Oh boy.
All right.
So 5, and that's for damage.
Yep. Okay, so 5 damage as you cleave down into it.
Is it 5 damage, or does that determine?
Oh, it's
Oh no. What's your first level of
yeah.
damage?
Right. The first one is a 4, but I have a.
It is armored.
After succeeding, this attack ignores armor.
Oh, is that just always, or if you get a tome?
That's for tomes.
Yeah, so you got a ram, so that's not going to count for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So as you chop into it, you don't get the +1 to damage, but you deal 2 points of damage, which is enough to sever its head, which rolls across the floor and staggers to a halt
Right.
as the eyes.
Yeah, looking down at it, I'm like,
I fought monsters before that can fight on after their head's gone.
I look down and I'm trying to assess whether it's still got any life in it, any fight left.
Activating Purge Protocol. Instigating Purge in 10, 9.
All right, I'm gonna climb on the back of Gax.
Yeah,
Cucumber, buddy, straight ahead, go!
I've still
All right.
got one AP, so I'll use that to dash or whatever the equivalent is.
Are we
Nice.
still in combat?
Yes. So
Okay, cool. Never
somewhat,
mind. I don't.
somewhat,
Yeah, okay.
somewhat. All right.
If I have to, then I'll use my AP to run like past Raz and like grapple him and pick him
Hell
up.
yeah. Cucumber, out the door. Let's go.
All right. You
Which
grab
I'm now
hold of
just
Raz.
realizing is the opposite of what we did in an Icewind Dale one shot once.
yeah, exactly. It was the other way around.
Yeah.
All right. Aces, what do you do?
Legged.
All right. You start to run as well. Now, at the front of the so now we'll leave initiative. At the front of the museum, you hear the guild sergeant yell out, "Ready! Aim!
Shot!
Where?" No. What would you like to do in response to this? This is Cinderak is in front with the box. Immediately behind is Tink. Rampaging behind that is Gax and Raz and Aces running towards the entrance.
As I mean, I have no idea if these guys know who Simon is, but I'm gonna, as we run forward, I'm just gonna be like, "Out of the way! We need to get it out of the museum now!" And I'll like kind of start just briskly walking towards them as if I'm in charge.
I want to aim my guns as Gax has me on his shoulder as well. All right, here we go.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give either Raz or Gax, whoever would like, a scrutiny check.
Oh, I don't think I have.
Oh, actually, no. Sorry, neither of you. Sorry, my apologies.
Oh, I do.
Aces, I'm gonna give you a scrutiny check.
All right, let's scrutinize some things. Love my scrutiny.
Okay. Yes, that's what I want to do. So what's your total?
I have got a total of 10.
10 is fine. You come up with an idea. There's a big countdown happening for a very, very large bomb. In your current condition, as it is, you don't have the speed to get to the front line anytime soon before the explosion, but you do have another form that would easily make that distance.
Is there any chance? The Peacekeeper's head was severed, right?
Yeah.
Does it? I mean, gut feeling. I need a gut feeling here from someone who knows the world.
Sure.
Is that going to be like a weight sensor thing to see whether its head's gone, or is it going to be some sort of mechanical nonsense that I'm not going to be able to do anything with?
Oh, no. There wouldn't be a weight sensor or anything like that.
Okay.
So it's going to blow up no matter if I put something back on top of that.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Well, if that's the case, then seeing the situation and the trouble, I think we probably need a distraction that I can provide. My body slumps to the ground, and my head, with a dangling trail of organs, flies out of it and above the guards, and I splatter them with my viscera as I go, utterly horrifying them.
As they see you, they start firing wildly into the air, breaking their line formation. The sergeant angrily, keep aim! Hold the line! When suddenly, a flurry of bullets and guns and giant horns rush out of the building. Tink, as you sort of see this, you can see that several people kind of move to try and get you out of the way. Professor Simon! One of the guards sort of rushes over to try and help.
Yeah, can I, Sin, do you look like you might give me the box, or is that not a thing that will happen?
No.
All right, I'll just kind of gesture towards Sin. I'll be like, yes, quickly, as if like he is with me.
All right, he comes over and grabs hold of you and tries to escort you away.
There's a carriage waiting for the professor just over there next to the gate. We should get there right now.
Oh, okay, right away. He tries to escort you while everyone is firing and shooting shooting gun. This severed head sort of flies around, hissing and snarling. Gax is, I imagine, just siege bull in a china shop, while Raz is kind of doing the whole Groot and Rocket kind of kind of firing.
Ruckus.
All right. As you make your way to the carriage, the guard says, I'll go with you. We got to get you to the guild. He climbs into the carriage.
Convenient.
Okay. All right. I guess I stab him.
You do so.
As we are inside the carriage and nobody can see.
Absolutely. He is not
Nice.
he is not able to stop you. As you stab him, he turns and he looks down in horror as he falls out of the wagon. And finally, as he does so, you could see that this red stain covers his shirt and rolls down the side of the sidewalk. He struggles to kind of turn over and try to crawl away. And as he does, you see him.
No, you do it.
You see him reach into his shirt and pull out a notice that is also stained in blood. It's a paternity test.
Oh! Oh, goodness.
And he dies.
Cool, and then I guess we'll just hold fort and wait to see if they make it.
All right.
Unless we go without them.
All right.
feels-
Gax, Raz, and Aces, do you guys run for the carriage?
I do not run for the carriage, no.
I am running for the carriage, but I would also like to petition the FM, Fate Master. I have proficiency in thrown weapons, which are normally a grace-based thing. But if I'm not aiming so much as just fucking hawking, excuse my French, could I change it into a might-based thing?
Sure.
Sure thing. All right.
There's
so in
nothing
that case-
graceful about a caber toss. So fair enough.
Exactly. So I'm just going, Raz, get in here, and I grab Raz and I just
All right.
like shot put.
All right. Make your might flip for your throwing weapon.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that he can either tumble well or like take a hit when he lands.
All right.
I'm gonna cheat in this. I'm gonna throw away my 6 and to cheat in this jack. +4, that's 15.
All right. Look, as the carriage is starting to slowly move, all of a sudden it is hit from the side super hard by a rocketing Raz. The actual carriage arcs up on 2 wheels for a second as he bang. And you begin to make your way. Aces, it is easy for you to catch up. Gax, you kind of run from behind and grab onto the wagon at the back of the carriage, and it drags you through the street. Your hooves are creating sparks behind you as people are panicking. You know that the northern gate is the closest exit, and veer your way. The last thing you need to do, guys, is the gates of Malifaux are closed. Should you open them, the Badlands await, and freedom is secured. Guards wait upon the tower, guns aimed at the ready. Horsemen seem to be charging in your direction from directly in front of you. And of course, snipers on various roofs begin to track and hone in on Tink and Sindarax, who are on the wagon. What do you do?
Take aim at the snipers.
Raz pulls out his guns and starts firing at the rooftops.
Oh god. I feel like my disguise is not going to be useful anymore.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, not a lot of my my melee mass is very good at this range either.
I'm just hovering inside the wagon, sitting next to Tink. So, first time.
Just like look. With a look.
Michael, can I want to use Slipping Shadows. It just says the target becomes concealed by a cloud of shadows. Can I make the carriage the target?
Sure. And everyone on board or inside would count as part of that target.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm in the carriage or on the carriage now?
In.
Awesome.
I'm trying to clamber my way up onto the top of the carriage.
Keep it steady.
10, and I got 10.
All right, that is a 10. That is enough. So how does the slipping shadows work? Does it just give you concealment?
It's the target becomes concealed in a cloud of shadows for 30 seconds. Any character trying to target them is considered to be blind.
Oh yeah,
And
they will
darkness,
not hit you. So
grants
as they all
negative-
just bullets fly past you and pass through you almost as if you are shadow, but you are quickly coming upon the metal and wood door of Malifaux.
I believe we need to grab Gax to knock.
Yeah. I'm trying to claw my way. I feel like, and you can make me make checks for this, obviously, but I'm gonna Terminator 2 my way up the carriage with my serrated blade, and then until I'm on the top of it.
All right.
And then as soon as I get onto the top, darkness.
Very nice.
Gex. See
All
that door
mate.
right there?
So firstly, before I do then leap off and try and break my way through, does that part require a check?
No, I'm perfectly happy. Your size is just enough. The horses, however, are sitting there like as they're trying to struggle to keep your weight on.
Me think. Trying to think of I'm on top. I'm gonna try and. Yeah,
Keeping in mind you have a 2-yard reach.
Yes, I do. Yeah. I'm feeling like I need to bust these doors down, right?
But you don't have
what
to.
can I do to
Jail is always good.
I'm gonna try and leap off it, but I want something that'll throw me from the carriage first. I want to like. I'm looking to see if I've got something that I can do to like spook the horses so that they're like, and then and throw it. I don't know. Something.
Well, a giant floating severed head might spook them.
Yeah.
Excuse me for a minute, darling. I'll
I'm just saying.
I'll just duck
I'm gonna-
outside and
Yeah, I'm gonna get ready.
hover up
so
next
that,
to a horse and say hi.
As you do
I'm gonna
so,
get ready so that as the brakes are hit and the carriage with the inertia launches forwards, I'm gonna leap off of it and just like make a huge attack at the gate.
please make a huge attack as the horses definitely stop seeing this severed head organ thing. The whole momentum forces Gax forward.
Oh yes, I love it when the cards work out.
That's it.
Using the heart of the cards to tell the story.
You
gonna be-
crash through
it's
the
gonna be a
gates.
19.
There is a cacophonic explosion. Wood splinters, metal splinters. The horses, even though they have been startled, start up again and continue to move as bullets fly and hit nothing but shadow.
Knock, knock.
You meant to say that before you knock.
There. Wait, I don't understand how
I
this
just
works.
I wrap my intestines around the back of the wagon so I can be pulled along.
Like a kite.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna cover Gax as he catches up and catches up with the wagon as well, just shooting the people on the walls.
All right. As you begin to make your way into the Badlands, you feel as though you are absolutely embraced by the fates as they were. You feel a calm and a peace and serenity around you, and you realize you have managed to get away. As Malifaux City leaves you behind, you see the box rattling around in the carriage next to you. What lies within this box and what kind of dangers it proves to the Neverborn is, of course, a question for next time. As we have come to the conclusion of our adventure, and of course, the conclusion of this Through the Breach journey that we took. We hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys had fun. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah, man. It was
Yeah.
A
amazing.
blast. Oh my god, that was so fun.
Fantastic.
Hells yeah.
Always wonderful to hear. Guys, if you have any questions in the chat, throw them up right now because we're going to sign off, say goodbye to all of these wonderful people and let them tell you where they can where you can find them and all the really cool and awesome stuff that they do, as well as to tell you if they are doing anything else for GaryCon. Take it away.
I think I'm going first.
So I'm Josh, the Dreaded GM. You can catch me on my Twitch and YouTube channel called Dreaded GM. Other socials coming very soon. I'll be running a game tomorrow night around this slot where the players are going to be playing giants, frost giants up in Icewind Dale, doing all the cool things like being giants. I don't think there's anything cooler than that. But yeah, we do a bunch of event streams and charity streams on our channel, and we love playing with other people that aren't a part of our normal roster, like here, and it's been amazing. So the one thing I want to bring up, since I don't think we're going to cover it, was I did try to do my fate thing, my fate thing, which was like it was.
Oh no, we'll cover it. I'll tell you what, we will cover it at the end. We'll cover it at the very, very end.
We are going to cover it because I aimed for one.
Sure,
and I'm very proud of it. Okay, if we're going to cover it, then that's me. Just search Dreaded GM, and then hopefully you'll get to see us play more things, especially hopefully with everyone here as well, because you guys were amazing. Okay, I'm done.
Jamie, you can find the things that I do at levelupdice.net. You can find me personally on the stream Gazetteers on Level Up TTV every Friday in Australia, or Thursday if you're in the States. You can also find me tomorrow night running 7th Sea here at GaryCon. That will be at 10 p.m. in LA, 6 p.m. in New Zealand, 4 p.m. in Sydney, 3:30 p.m. in Adelaide, 1 p.m. in Perth, different times all the rest of the world. 7th Sea is a fantastic pirate game, and I love it, and you will too. So by all means, come and watch that. Yeah, cool. There will indeed be some players here.
Yeah, I'll be there with you. Is anyone else here a part of that one?
Yeah,
just Rob?
No, I think it's just Rob and Dread.
Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun. One. Have you looked into the system at all? Not to tangent too much.
I have, just to prepare for the game I'm running tomorrow. Yeah.
Good job, man.
It's me. I'm Robert Hartley, GM, Games Master, Dungeon Master, full-time nerd. You can find me anywhere here on Twitch, for instance, where I stream about 4 or 5 times a week doing Dungeons and Dragons related content. I'm usually the Games Master, but I've had a blast being the player today. You can search for my name on other things like Twitter, Instagram, all of those places. I have a YouTube channel as well. And I'm also a Dungeon Master for a group called Viva la Dirt League. We've got a very successful campaign running at the moment on its own channel. And I will be participating in tomorrow's 7th Sea game as another player. And then on Sunday, same time slot, but the day after, I'll be running my own game, 5th edition D&D. And I'll have a couple of these people joining me for it.
I'm so sad I'm not going to be there.
It's going to be great.
All right, my name has been Luna. I go by Luboffin pretty much anywhere on the internet, except for on Twitch, where I am stream with my husbands called Jared and Luna. I make videos for YouTube. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subs this year, so your support would be appreciated. And tomorrow night, I get to play a Frost Giant with Dread, so I'm very excited.
You're
I have a really
so much fun
giant character in mind. Yeah, so it's going to be good.
Monster games without Michael.
Yeah.
And that leaves me. My name is Guy, and I run a YouTube channel called How to Be a Great GM, and you can find us at www.greatgamemaster.com. I've got a couple videos that you can watch if you want to improve your role-playing game. Doesn't matter what system you're playing. And yes, currently I'm not streaming anything, but we will start in May with something quite interesting. But anyway,
we have Talisman.
Yeah. It's not live stream though.
That's true, I guess. Yeah, that's true.
Adventures, yeah. Great RPG as well.
Yeah, that's true. But if you want to watch me on the guy's table, then yeah, check out Talisman on his YouTube channel, because that's a lot of fun. I play a cannibal ghoul because I like monsters. And yeah, hi. I'm Michael. I'm playing a cannibal. Well, does that mean I eat other ghouls though?
This is the question.
This is the question. It's a big question. It's cannibal ghouls. Anyway, hi, my name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. I am all over the internet doing a whole bunch of really cool things. I generally specialize in role-playing games. I run a ton of games on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/DeadAussieGamer, and I give a bunch of advice when people ask me questions on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/DeadAussieGamer. I won't be here tomorrow, but I will be here on Sunday.